Good afternoon. It is 3:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. The Titans were back on the practice field today as they continue to get ready for the home opener versus the Rams. According to reports, no sign of J.C. Latham with a hip injury, Devondre Sweat with an ankle injury, or Khalil Mullins with an ankle injury, who all missed practice on Wednesday. Safety Quandre Diggs returned after missing as well. Week 2 of the NFL season kicks off tonight with Thursday Night Football. The Washington Commanders head to Lambeau Field to face off against Jordan Love and the Packers. Kickoff at 7:15. You can catch the Westwood One call of the game right here on The Zone starting at 7. In college football news, ESPN announced that former Lady Vol basketball star Candace Parker will be the College Game Day guest picker for Saturday's visit to Knoxville as the Vols host number 6 Georgia. Kickoff for that game is at 2:30, and you can hear the Vol Network call the game right here on The Zone. For our foundation repair, whatever your needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home of the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Thursday. We're getting close to another big football weekend, and we're here to talk about it with you. 615-737-1045. If you know what game you want to talk about, hit it. 615-737-1045. Babsy is on assignment. Yes. Arkansas State and Iowa State. She'll be on the sideline. ESPN2, Saturday at 3 o'clock. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. This car ain't got no.
Oh.
Yeah, almost. Almost.
Does the car need to not have a roof for Tennessee to beat Georgia? Do you need to go ahead and take the roof off the car?
It's two different cars.
Oh.
The one up there that goes for the east, it ain't got no roof. But they just happen to be around. The reason they had to get another car, they just happened to be around somebody that wanted to play with a roof. So by way of the Titans, they kind of get punished. This is kind of like, the big brother, little brother thing. The big brother didn't do nothing, but mama came home and the little brother did something, so big brother, you get in trouble for it. That's what we all with that right there. That's the only reason they ain't got a roof. But outside of that, though, when we just talking about them, they ain't got no roof. Turn it. That's right. Yeah. Vols, baby. Let's go now. Yeah.
We'll get into Tennessee, Georgia. Georgia, a 4.5-point favorite in that game. Titans and Rams coming up this weekend. Titans, a 5.5-point underdog against the Rams, noon on CBS.
Yeah.
Who's doing that game? Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt?
Man, I saw him.
Did you see the picture of J.J. Watt standing next to him?
That was crazy.
Yeah, I've seen Ian Eagle before. He is not a tall person.
Oh, my. It looked like a child next to, a statue.
Yeah. That is a wild little mixture they got going on.
Remember the picture of Mark Ingram next to Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
And Mark Ingram got all mad about it?
Yeah, dude, why'd they put this angle up? Why'd they make him stand beside me? But that's what it is, man. JJ is a big old dude, and Ian Eagle's a smaller dude.
So you like the Titans and the Vols to win outright. Vanderbilt at South Carolina. South Carolina, a 4.5-point favorite. When that line opened, it was 6.5.
I'm starting to like them even more.
Vanderbilt?
Yep. You know why?
Why?
I heard a stat. And I ain't even no stat guy.
No, you're not. I'm the stat guy.
Yeah, but it's time for a change. They said they ain't beat them.
It's time to rearrange.
They ain't beat them folks since 2008, if I ain't mistaken. They said Vander ain't beat South Carolina since 2008.
Is that what it is?
If my little ears they was working. Now they ain't as big as a lot of people. They kind of small, so maybe I didn't hear it right, but I thought they said since 2008, man.
Slay, the more you talk about this game, the more you're making me lean Vanderbilt.
This is all I'm saying, Zephyr. And then later on in the show, I'm gonna tell you why I said that about the Titans. With South Carolina Vanderbilt really is feeling like they got to prove something. But it's kind of still under the radar. It's kind of just them. They've done a great job of keeping whatever outside noise out, and them just kind of talking to each other, but their play shows that they playing with a different chip on their shoulder. Oh, see, you found something.
South Carolina has beaten Vanderbilt 16 times in a row.
Okay.
It was 2008. Vandy won 24-17 in Nashville.
Okay.
Vandy hasn't beaten South Carolina and Columbia, South Carolina since 2007. 17-6.
Telling y'all. And guess what, y'all? South Carolina, even though they went and spent some bread on their O-line, not getting the production that they paid for. So you are relying on Superman, who is Lenore Sellers, to bail you out every single game, along with special teams. I'm not sure, but it may not be nobody else in the country with 3 special teams touchdowns on punts. I'm not sure. I ain't did no research or anything, but that just sounds crazy. Ain't been number 2 or 3 games played. They got 3 punt returns for touchdowns that they had to have to win.
Yeah.
And this physicality that these boys from Vandy about to come with, I ain't saying South Carolina ain't physical, but boy, they done tasted it. They know what it's like. They want more of it. Going up there and saying, I'm telling you what's in the locker room. Sandman, sandstorm. Conquer them all.
All the sand?
All the sand. Bring it back. We're going to have a beach right down West End. That's what I'll be saying.
Bring back all the sand.
You know them renovations they made?
Yeah.
Dr. Candace, I apologize, but we putting the beach out there in the end zone too. We got
3-degree league.
Man, we got plenty of sand that we done collected over these last 2 weekends. Welcome home, baby. We got a beach now. Ain't no water, but we got a beach. So I'm telling you, man, I'm riding with them, dog.
Well, they carried the goalposts down Broadway and tried to put them in the water.
So they used to
put the beach over there.
That's all I'm telling you.
615-737-1045 if you want in at the AHL 1045.
South Carolina's underwhelming
on X. I'm with you on South Carolina.
Nick Harbor is a freak. That size, you know what I mean, to be able to move at that pace. But that man hands probably like what's the name of the movie? Was it Varsity Blues or Friday Night Lights when the guy was wide open in the end zone and it went to like a scarecrow and it was like, oh no, don't throw it to him. But he had to, he was the only person open. And he threw it to him and all of a sudden he caught it. That's how I feel every time Nick Harbor is open.
You know what's weird about
me?
He
may not catch it.
I love movies, you know that. I've only seen those 2 movies once.
Really?
Each. That's it. I don't know why.
Those are good movies, y'all.
So
I know.
That's interesting you say that. It kind of sounds like a professional football team here in Nashville. Because South Carolina, they've got Lenore Sellers on offense. They've got the freshman, Dylan Stewart.
Dylan Stewart's good, too.
On the line.
Cold, too.
And then wide receivers that may or may not catch the ball.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
A stud wide receiver that may or might not catch the ball. I don't know. That kind of...
Offensive line troubles.
That kind of sounds like
Titans.
Tennessee Titans a little bit.
Yeah, but these guys is like Nick Harbor's not that. He's that because of the potential that he could have. So if it was somebody else, like anybody else that they would have on their team, I would put them at wide receiver 1. You know what I mean? Still have them on the boundary running goals and whatever it may be. But he's not a guy, man. It's 3rd and 6 that I need to be going to if I got another option. It just ain't.
Here goes Lonzo. You can watch the show Zone TV live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
It is right.
Lonzo.
It's unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, too.
That one I've once seen once, too, and remember none of it.
That's it.
Lonzo also said Georgia and State going to win this weekend. Okay, Lonzo, I know you're a Mississippi State fan. That's no big play there. Mississippi State plays Alcorn State.
Yeah, man. I didn't think we need to acknowledge that one.
No, take that big-ass win against Arizona State and roll another couple weeks because they get Northern Illinois next week.
Yep.
And then they get Tennessee coming up.
I will say this
in
is
Starkville.
That weekend, though. Tennessee to beat Georgia. I got Arkansas going. Wait till the Parsley come on out.
Well, which one? You got like 10.
I got a main one.
A main one. All right, Seth, what you got?
All right, from the man himself, J.C. Latham, talking to reporters in the locker room after practice today, confirmed that he will not play on Sunday as the Titans return home for the home opener versus the Rams. If you guys remember who's on that Rams defensive line, that includes Jared Versh, Byron Young, pretty good names. So Titans going to be out. Oludo probably going to get the start over there.
Yeah, Jared Verse and Byron Young off the edge are solid for sure. Verse has a chance to be a superstar. And Byron Young's very, very good too.
Yes, indeed.
So that's going to be a challenge for sure. Not surprising at all. And judging, look, I don't know anything about it in detail, but man, the way they're talking about J.C. Latham, it feels like he's going to miss some time, like significant time. So that doesn't surprise me. Now, that does lead me to a question I was going to ask you today, Slay. And we talked about it yesterday in a break, but never got to it. Do you think Udo played 12 snaps? He gave up 2 pressures and a sack. I don't know how many of the 12 snaps were actually pass pro opportunities for him.
Right.
Could be 6, could be 12, could be 9. I don't know. But definitely did not do well. Did not stand up well. Now, the way they sold Udo making the 53 was, veteran guy in the league, knows what he's doing, that kind of thing. So my question to you is, because he's an NFL vet, because he's been there and done that, do you think he actually plays better this week given an entire week of knowing he's going to be the starter?
I absolutely would think so. But even just from the sense of coming off the bench cold, hey, man, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like not getting to get those reps or get the reps with the guys like what you're mentioning. So, yeah, I do think he does well. Plus, I also think the situation he's stepping into, I'm not saying it's going to be a world beater that we're going to be looking to be like, oh, man, J.C. Latham, we need to think about this. We might need to none of that silly stuff. But I am saying with everything that's surrounding this team and the way the players played, with the missteps, the line, the issues with lining up, getting the plays out, all of the penalties that took place, I think it's enough around it where the players ride. You're walking into a group of guys that are determined, if nothing else, to go out here and prove that we compete. We don't shoot ourselves in the foot. I think the awareness is heightened, Euro. So I think he's stepping into a great spot to do better than it was last week where everything was crumbling. He had to go in and he doing bad. It's like, oh, man, you just adding to it. This right here, I guarantee it's a little bit – they looking at things a little different with a much more detailed eye.
Yeah, here's the other thing. Do they offer up a different game plan
for him?
Knowing that J.C. Latham is not going to be at right tackle in terms of like having Chip help from the tight end position, running back, that kind of thing. Maybe you didn't put that in necessarily for Denver. Maybe think, you do for this one.
I would think occasionally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you can't alter it too. Like this what your franchise used to too. Your franchise being Cam Ward. He knows it front to back, like what we doing. Hey, big fella, you're a pro. Get it together. Y'all hold them accountable. Get them right. Whatever y'all got to do. Y'all figure out the help. As far as line and slide protection and all that, y'all get that together. Let me be able to play my game and not have to worry about that.
Coming up today, Greg Cosell, NFL Films, NFL matchup at 4:20. We'll take a look at what the film showed him with Cam Ward's first appearance as an NFL quarterback. Also, Big Savagery, Ramon Foster, coming up at 5:20. We'll get with him as well. When we come back, you'll hear from J.C. Latham. Buck Rising had a chance to spend some time with him. I know A to Z Sports had this as well. So we'll do that next. If you want in, 615-737-1045. I want to tell you about my friends at Smoky Mountain Tops. Mike McGrady and the guys, they do incredible work, man, and it's going to completely transform your home with new custom countertops from Smoky Mountain Tops. While I talk with you about them, you can check out the website, smtops.com. That is the website, smtops.com. Maybe you're thinking about upgrading your kitchen or bath. Trust the experts at Smoky Mountain Tops, Tennessee's leader in premium stone surfaces for more than 30 years. Trusted Smoky Mountain Tops for several home projects. They do incredible work. The craftsmanship speaks for itself. You can check out the stunning Hanstone Quartz products at the Nashville Design Studio of Smoky Mountain Tops. Hanstone Quartz offering elegance and durability, elevating any space. Smoky Mountain Tops has teamed up with Hanstone Quartz, which perfectly captures the natural beauty and depth of quartzite stone countertops, and you can check out Hanstone's Opimo collection as seen at Smoky Mountain Tops' studio, again, smtops.com. Honstone, offering durable surfaces, including neutrals or striking bold design, offering timeless elegance. Smoky Mountain Tops, quality service dedication. Smoky Mountain Tops, your trusted countertop pros. 615-922-6539, smtops.com.
What a perfect time to talk about my friends at Two Rivers Ford. Coach Back is coming up, brought to you by Two Rivers Ford. And then also we are all day long. Every single show on the Zone is going to be live at Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet, Belinda Parkway. So come and see us on Monday. All shows will be there all day long. And if I had to describe Two Rivers Ford in 3 words, it would be the car dealer. You think of a car dealership, you think of, pressure you, make you want to have to buy something, upsell you. That's not Two Rivers Ford because they have non-commissioned salespeople. They get paid to help you, not to sell you. There is zero pressure. Also, Two Rivers Ford sells most of their vehicles at invoice, so prices are always the best around. They don't do things like add accessories and then try to upcharge you with maintenance plans. Doing business with Two Rivers Ford is like doing business with family. I know because I'm a Two Rivers Ford customer twice in our family, actually. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, go to the car dealer. That's Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer, and come see us live out at Two Rivers Ford on Monday.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Babsy headed to Jonesboro, Arkansas. She ended up getting on that single prop plane?
I hope not. No, you know what? I hope so.
I remember when we first brought that up, one of the crew in the chat said, if Babs takes that plane, here's the background. Mickey Ryan, she was like, how do I get to Jonesboro, Arkansas? And Mickey sent a picture of a plane that goes every day somehow from Nashville to Jonesboro. But it doesn't take off from BNA proper. It takes off from like Signature Air or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a single prop plane, meaning the propeller is on the front of the plane.
Yep.
And my view of that is, I haven't been on a single prop plane, maybe ever. But my view of that is somebody's got to like kickstart it.
That's my thing.
With the propeller.
Yep. And it better be somebody tall.
And so when we brought that up initially, one of the 3HL crew in the chat was like, it's going to be Babs and a bunch of farm animals.
Like, what's the name of that movie? Madagascar.
Or, her house on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right, Jeff.
Yep. Yeah. Shoot.
She's the one that comes in and says, I've got snakes in my attic.
It's one thing for her to say it.
Yeah, like
I've got mice in my cabinets.
Although I do give her a hard time for all that. She's got like a weird little Disney movie going on over there.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Madagascar. This is going to shock you. I've not seen that film.
You missed it. You talking about hilarious. Oh, my gosh. King Julian.
Who's that?
Yeah, just King Julian is hilarious.
I still have not seen F1.
You tripping.
And out of all the movies we've ever talked about in the history of us, that is the one you look at me when I bring up that movie and you look at me serious. Like, dog.
It's next level. I mean it. Like, you're going to tear up in that movie.
Yeah. Well, I tear up in a lot of movies.
Yeah, so that's why even more. You're going to cry. I teared up.
Your tear up is me crying.
Yeah, that's what I took out of it.
Bayou Bob on YouTube. This show is always my go-to every day, all caps. Missing Babsy's beautiful face, but Mayor Slay Dog mugs still make me smile.
Appreciate it, man.
That's the goal. And then he writes, Jonesboro, ugly place to be, LOL.
Many places in Arkansas.
Laura Knight says, goodness, Mayor, you need to see F1 tonight.
Laura, you better tell him. Look at Bayou Bob. I like to move. I'm telling you, Earl, you ever watch that, it's going to be stuck in your head.
Those little zoo animals start dancing?
Yes. I'm telling you, it's excellent.
Madagascar.
It's excellent.
Okay. From Jim Wyatt, J.C. Latham, Tavondre Sweat, Khalil Mullings not at practice today. We've just heard J.C. Latham officially out for Sunday against the Rams and their pass rush. You got this from Buck Rising?
I switched to A to Z because they had a little bit better audio.
Okay. See you, Buck. This is A to Z Sports. J.C. Latham talking about the injury.
Frustrating is it? How long has it been lingering, I guess?
Yeah, it happened that first week of Atlanta, or the first day, Atlanta joint practice. Didn't really know about it. You try to kind of power through everything. So, it just made it worse. Thought I was good to go by the game. I felt amazing when the game came, and then a couple plays in, things just started to happen. So it's pretty frustrating to do.
Is it a pain tolerance injury, or is there something you can do?
No, it's just, it's a strain, so you really can't really do anything. You take all the treatment and all the medication that you're allowed to take to make it get better and reduce inflammation, but that's pretty much it, though.
Is it one of those things where if you were an interior player, like a center or a guard, so it's not just a lateral movement issue? It's
like extending and contracting, backing, so like whenever you do anything of that nature, it's one of those type of.
What's a week like, JC, when you're not able to practice, trying to stay up to speed?
I'm still taking the approach mentally that I'm, a starter. So, I try to get as much film this week as I was last week. Taking the same approach. Our coach has us do an intricate film book study guide that we try to do all the time, and so I still try to get as much as that built in as I can, as if I'm actually playing. Eat right, make sure my weight's where it's supposed to be at, lifting, everything like that. The only thing that I'm not doing is just playing, so everything else stays the same.
Yeah, so you're out this Sunday?
Yeah.
Well, we figured that.
We're not doctors, but that sounds like a I need time kind of thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to, hey, let's fix this.
And it's one of them. It seems like just how your body reacts to it. You know what I mean? Everybody heals differently, so it could be, this is me guesstimating. It could be 2 weeks, could be a week, could be 4 or 5 weeks. Like you never know, man. So, man, get well. They sure gonna need you. Next man up. I keep telling everybody, if you're looking for opportunity, there's one place in the NFL that you should go.
Outside of quarterback.
Outside of quarterback.
The Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans. So much opportunity.
The land of opportunity.
And it's always. You know what I mean? It's always. So you got your opportunity. Who's his backup? Ola?
Udo.
Oli Udo.
Yep. Let's get busy.
Brian Callahan talked about the depth at offensive tackle and specifically Udo.
Yeah, tough spot for him to go in. But yeah, I think everybody in the league is always looking for more tackles. It's tackles and corners, I think, everywhere in football. As many of those players as you can collect, you try to collect. That's why we kept as many linemen as we did at the cut down. But yeah, there's if you're playing tackle in the NFL and you're in the rotation on a roster, the chances of you playing are pretty high, and those guys got to be ready to play and ready to step in. And we've got some guys always played a bunch of football. Juice has played a bunch of football. Those guys have played, and we're going to need them at some point this year. Whether it's 2 weeks from now or 10 weeks from now, those guys are going to have to be able to step in and play, and they got to be ready to go when their number's called.
And I'm with Callahan on that, but let's get him to step in when we got an ankle sprain and we want to sit somebody. not this right.
That's some weird hip thing that we have no idea how long he's going to be out.
Sheesh.
Coach Mack yesterday said, if you get hurt at tackle, you've got a problem. He said that on 3HO.
So that's what I was trying to figure out with Coach Mack yesterday. When he said that, but at the same time, so we got a problem.
Yeah.
But
But then you go into what Callahan said, and I mean, it's just somebody's got to step up.
They do.
And that goes into what you're saying. It's a land of opportunity.
It's here. And I'm not worried about this game right here, man. I'm worried about moving forward.
Right. And we're talking about a team that obviously picked overall number 1, right? Depth is an issue all across the board.
Yes.
So when guys get hurt, it really doesn't matter what position.
Yep. That's right.
So that's where they are. 6 sacks given up. Could probably put a couple of them on Cam. Holding the ball too long. That seems to be the
consensus on that.
Yeah. Even from the national guys studying tape that said that he was incredible and he's in the Titans have something there. Cam Ward talked about the sacks, his takeaways on some of the sacks from Sunday.
I think it was more of me just not getting the ball out in a stance of, especially the back-to-back sacks. At that point, we in field goal range, just throw the ball over the receiver head out of bounds if you feel it. So that's just stuff that, I got to get better at week by week. And then at the end of the day, nobody going to be perfect. I want y'all to get up there and try to block one of them big boys on the D-line. It ain't that easy. So me and the O-line, we good. I had some bad pocket movement as well. So I take full, just responsibility on my part. They'll do the same as well. And then, this is their first game, with me in a live setting, not me getting taken out, for a preseason game. So, we still getting, used to each other. But, we gonna turn around fast and try to get a win this week.
I like that energy. Understanding where we were, understanding where we need to be, all of us.
Right, except, y'all try to play tackle. No, I'm not paid to do that.
No.
With all due respect, Cam.
Yeah, but that was just, I feel him on that.
Yeah.
That's one of them Callahans. Did I answer the question?
So,
yes.
So how much emphasis does this put on Dan Moore being better this week? Because now he's the only starter at tackle that's on the line now. And he can, if last week was the standard, then the Titans really have an issue if they're going that is the standard on the left and then a backup guy on the right.
I don't think is this situation right here makes him need to be better. Regardless of Jason.
Regardless, he needs to be better. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And everybody got to be better. Cushenberry got to be better.
Cushenberry's got to be better.
Everybody
this is an opponent that has 2 really good edge rushers. Mm-hmm. So they don't really have to move people around necessarily.
This is what we get to do what we do. Come get you. So you need to run the ball.
By the way, Zeph pointed this out, and then I just saw it on my Instagram feed from Buzzing with the Boys. Grant Delpit plays safety for the Browns. Is that where we are?
That's right.
He was asked, how hard is it to tackle Derrick Henry? And he said it's not hard.
Yeah, and and with an answer like that, he's the guy that's sitting in class alone.
He's that guy.
Yeah, nobody what are you doing in there, bro?
I don't want to be associated with you.
No, you got that.
Yeah, you go take care of that.
Take the class all on your own.
I'll be over here.
They asked Derrick Henry at his media availability today, like, hey, did you see that? And he goes, yeah, their coach has a quote. He has a quote. It is what it is. They'll see.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be affected by it at all. Like, it's not going to change what the King does.
He's going to do exactly what he does.
We were talking about it during the break. King's going to be pissed off that he fumbled the football because he feels like he lost the game for them, even though he played exceptionally well. So that's going to be the motivation.
You can expect a little bit more contact running through that gap. Maybe not just a straight pull away this game right here, but yeah, that contact, be ready for it.
Also, when he starts looking for defensive backs to give that stiff arm, that's when you know that you're in trouble as a defense. And I have a feeling he's going to be looking for Grant Delpit on that field if he gets in that secondary at all.
No. Guess what? Delpit need to be looking for him.
Yeah.
Because this is his job to run away. He need to be, as soon as he get over there, the one thing he ain't got to do, he ain't got to ring the doorbell or nothing. He ain't got to introduce himself. Believe me, whether it was him or if it was on his own team, whether it was Hamilton, it don't even matter. Like, everybody's going to get the same treatment. That's
Also,
the funny thing about it.
What is it about the matchup with the Bills? He always seems to get that stiff arm to the head and throw the guy down on the ground every time he plays them.
Yep. Every time. And you know what? One of my partners is a big Bills fan, and he gave me a stat because I was like, dog, Derrick Henry's had y'all number forever. Every time he plays y'all. And he went back and looked at it, and I forgot how many times he said he's went over 100 yards, but it's not a lot. So what I came to realize is
massive games, so that's what we remember.
That's exactly what. And it's always back-breaking plays that he has. Where it's like, here you go again. You know what I'm saying? So yep. I said the same thing. You were like, he killed y'all every time, and he went and looked at it, and it was like, oh, well.
Not really.
Yeah, but you never walk away from him saying, oh, Derrick Henry, we held him in check. No, you didn't.
615-737-1045. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Thank you, Zeph. Scoop on YouTube. Y'all think after this year more players will want to come play with Cam? I think that might actually be a thing. You heard that from Lockett.
Who?
Tyler Lockett wanted to – he said he wanted to come to the Titans because of Cam Ward. And that was a Cam Ward that had not played any NFL games.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might be something to that moving forward.
Could be. You want to be around a good if you're a guy
that's
that needs
serious.
somebody yeah. Yep.
That's serious about what you do.
Yep.
You know that quarterback is serious about what he does.
Yep. That's a good look.
And about what everybody else does.
Yep. And the word will be out. Like he's not going to have to say it. There's going to be people speaking for him. So, yeah, I think that's highly likely. Highly likely. But you got to win too now.
I mean, he holds people accountable. There's no doubt about that.
And himself included.
Let's. Speaking of Cam Ward, talking about cut number 19, Zeph. Cam Ward talking about his communication between him and the wide receivers after drops.
I mean, we communicate about drops, about incomplete balls, everything. I'm not going to never get on them guys for dropping the ball. I'm going to throw a pick at some point in the season, so bad plays are going to happen. The biggest thing is that we got to get back to the huddle. We got to always have a next play mentality. So, I'm not really too worried about that. The boys going to catch the ball. So I don't believe none of that crazy stuff. I know what type of receivers I got. They know who they are in this locker room, so, we gonna turn things around. But we just got to continue to keep working.
When a guy does drop one, though, do you try to make it a point to come back to him as soon as possible, give him another chance to get that out of his head?
I wouldn't say as soon as possible. It really just depends on the play call. If that guy's the first read and he's open the next play, I'm going to throw him the ball again. So them boys know I got faith in them like they supposed to have faith in me. And so we're going to get on the same page. And I'm not really too worried about it. We talking about week one. I see them boys catch 1,000 balls out here. They always on the judge. So, they put the work in. They time coming for sure.
I think the time I noticed communication, and correct me if I'm wrong, was if someone wasn't lined up properly or someone didn't go in motion correctly or if someone ran the wrong route.
Yep.
That's where I saw the communication, not with drops.
Yep. It wasn't, I don't think it was, him wagging the finger or saying, hey, man, it's your fault or anything. It's like, dude, if you do this right, like the drops are a part of the game. Just like him saying his picks are a part of the game. I'm
going to throw an interception.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yep. But we can control the stuff we can control, too. Like executing as far as running the route, where it's supposed to be at. If they jump it, they're professionals, too. They're supposed to. It is pouring down out there.
The biggest one is
baby.
Oh wow,
it's pouring in downtown Nashville.
The biggest one of those that stood out.
That's
to
our
me,
weather report for you.
There you go.
It is baby. It is pouring in downtown Nashville.
The biggest one of those that stood out to me was do you guys remember DK was kind of over the middle and it was almost like he lazily broke into the end of his route and the ball was way out in front. Yeah, and Cam afterwards was like, "Hey man, you gotta snap right there. You gotta get into that break." That's what I noticed.
First of all, you've been hanging with me, and I like that because you said lazily. That's something I would have said.
I mean, it's what it looked like.
Zeph, I'm loving that. I'm loving the description. I'm with you on that.
Let me ask you about that.
Like that,
because I obviously didn't play basketball at a high level, but I knew enough about it and I usually was running point. So I would try to make a pass and, no look, whatever, because it's fun for me, whatever. You always have to be aware, if you're one of the four players, that the ball can come to you.
Yep, depending on who has it.
I think there are systems in the NFL where guys are running fake routes basically to take coverage away from some other stuff. But I think with this quarterback, you better be ready because he may come to you even if you're not high up on the route chart. Like, this guy goes through progressions.
Yes, and that takes
maybe
time.
Too fast, too.
It takes time, Euro.
But that's what I wondered about that route, and I have no idea unless you ask the player.
Yep.
But I was wondering if Chim DK didn't think he was going to get the ball in that play.
It happens. It happens a lot. Like, I've been on both ends of it, the person throwing the pass or the person receiving the pass, and it's like when you're a decoy or when you're the third or fourth option. But, like, you learn quickly if you're playing with a guy that everything is in play, man, if you want it, you better run. For instance, since you use basketball, Magic Johnson.
Yep.
When Magic Johnson's running the break, you better run as hard as you can because you're going to get hit in the head if you don't. You know what I mean? And you're going to mess it up for everybody else. Run. I'm going to get you an easy bucket, but you got to run all the way through. I know most likely I'm going to Calvin Ridley every time. But if you don't, man, they're going to double him or they take him away. Or I might just want to do something different. So, yeah, you got it, man. Play it full speed, man.
I mean, I've just heard too many coaches and quarterbacks talk about that, about how this is a dummy route, blah, blah, blah. I think you have a quarterback here that there are no dummy routes, even if it seems to be one. Like, you still need to be prepared to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Even if you feel like you're not in it. I don't think that'll take very long for those guys to understand that.
No, I don't think it takes long for them to understand it, but I think it will take long for them to adjust to it. I can week 3, week 4.
Yeah, there were several instances in that week 1 game where guys were just kind of like, oh, there's a ball right there.
It happened in the preseason. It happened at practice. You see it at practice during training camp.
That usually happens when a new guy comes to a system and you're used to running it one type of way, and then you get with a guy that's like, no, are you on the floor? Are you on the field to play? Well, you're playing the game. Like, I'm coming to you. Like, yeah, be ready, my guy. So, no, I totally get what you're saying. I'm with it.
Luke will lead us off when we come back. If you want in, 615-737-1045. He has a Titans question. We also have some college football to get to. Brooks Austin, a film breakdown guy, was on the Paul Feinbaum show, and he was taking a look at the Georgia-Tennessee matchup, and it's interesting how he broke it down. We will play that for you in a little while. Also, Joey Aguilar's dad, meant to get to this yesterday, weighed in on the little quarterback trade between Tennessee and UCLA. Vandy, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. We've got a lot to get to today. Hope you're having a great day. We'll be right back. 615-737-1045. Looking for office space that matches the level of your business? eSpaces has 2 new locations, giving them 15 total in the Middle Tennessee area. You can check them out online, espaces.com. The new locations, Cool Springs at Corporate Center, Brentwood at City Park. Again, 15 locations, espaces.com. Designed for professionals, teams, and and entrepreneurs. eSpace is offering private offices, meeting rooms, team suites, and beautifully designed move-in ready spaces with 24/7 access and monthly flexibility. Discover why more businesses are choosing eSpaces as a place to work. 615-737-1045 is our number, but their way to get to them is espaces.com. Private offices, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpace is providing flexibility without compromise. Want to check them out? They do have tours available now, and you can reserve your space early. Visit espaces.com. That's espaces.com. You can see all 15 locations, one near you. Again, espaces.com.
Medical house calls. Oh, the best. No more waiting in germ-filled urgent care rooms. No more trying to figure out who is going to take the kid to an appointment, trying to actually get a doctor's appointment nowadays. That's hard. Uprooting your life, your kids, your job, your schedule, just to get in to see a doctor when you probably know what's going on with your kid too. Well, medical house calls can help you out. Anybody out there, transparent pricing that's upfront and not confusing, and they come to you. You can use your HSA, FSA cards just like any other doctor's appointment. All you do is call or text Medical House Calls. Their teams assess what you need within minutes. You can book your visit. Medical providers, doctors show up at your door to deliver you the care that gets you back ASAP. Oh, and by the way, open 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and same-day appointments are available next day. Guaranteed medical house calls, healthcare designed for your life. Call them 615-838-2375. They also do mobile IV therapy and primary care as well. 24/7 telehealth also available. There it is. Medical house calls, 615-838-2375. It's medicalhousecalls.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Somebody asked in the chat, Slay, earlier, and I forget who it was, but there have been so many messages now that I can't go back and locate it, but I remember what the question was. Do you guys think that they move on from Callahan if he's 0-4? 0-4 would be loss to Denver, which has happened, loss against the Rams, loss against the Colts, both at home, loss at Houston. That would be 0-4. The next game would be at Arizona, at Las Vegas, New England, at the Colts, the Chargers at home, and then the bye week. So even at 0-4, they would still have 5 more games before the bye week.
I don't think you can scrap it that quick.
I totally agree with you.
Now, I will say how you lose is one thing. Like, it can't be 2 of the next 4 or 5 games, however many, can't be in the fashion of what just happened at Denver. The penalties, setting records with penalties.
Not knowing the rule.
Yeah, not knowing the rule. And saying you don't know the rule.
That's bad.
And then going out there also, man, and the clock management and so, you can't do that. You can't.
How are you losing? Now, if you're 1-8, 0-9,
that's
anything's on the table.
Have a little conversation. At least come in the office. Might not fire you, but you got to come in here. See what I'm doing.
Talk about the direction.
What are we doing?
Open up the books, basically.
Yeah, let's see some things.
615-737-1045. Let's go to Luke in Nashville next up on 3HL. Luke, happy Thursday. What's happening?
Hey, guys. Happy Thursday. Quick question for Slay. Do you think Calvin Ridley's going to have a bounce-back game? Mm-hmm. And, it's extremely rare that we get the Nashville trifecta where Titans, Vols, Vandy all win. So it happened last year. Before then, I think it's been years. Somebody always loses. Yeah. But if it happens, what celebratory cigar and pour are you going to have? They had an event last week, I think, at Casa de Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
I think Rex Ryan was there.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy in the humidor said he ain't seen you in a minute. So I just want to know, have you lost a step or are you still hanging?
No,
all
so
right,
I got you.
Thank you, Luke. Appreciate you.
I've been, I hate to say this on there, man, but
you've been letting your stick people down a little bit?
No, I've been cheating on them.
Oh.
I've been cheating on them, man. I went out to Franklin Cigar some too, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I get them now, and I go to my front porch. And the only reason I do that is I'm trying to pull up the right name because I don't want to say the wrong name. Sans Purcell. I think it's the right name. Cigars. Hold up. Savage know what I'm talking about, but I'm sure he's at practice right now. Sans Purcell Cigars. That's my go-to, the Sans Purcell Cigars. And I only found them in Franklin Cigars. One in Hendersonville that has them too. But in Franklin Cigar, they have the Sans Purcell with the gold wrapper. That's my celebratory cigar.
Oh, yeah?
It's a bad boy, man.
Is that big, long cigar you had?
No, so yes, but that's the long version. They got a short version of it. That's about an hour, 15 minutes, hour 20. Yeah, but that long one, that's a 2.5 hour smoke. Yeah, so something like that. But also, I might fire that bad boy. You know what? I'm taking that to Tennessee, Georgia game. But on top, the first question about Calvin Ridley, I absolutely believe so.
The corners for the Rams, Darius Williams, Akello Witherspoon, and Quentin Lake. Those are their corners, including the nickel.
And I honestly expect it to be forced a little bit.
Yeah. It's not the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain.
That's a different
That was unbelievable. That stat line was incredible.
That's what
he allowed no receptions.
Yep.
He was only targeted one time.
Yep.
And what were the numbers? Out of 32 pass reps for Ridley, Pat Surtain, too, had him 27 of those. No catches. So he had 5 pass reps against somebody else, and he had 4 catches on the 5 routes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's serious.
We will definitely ask Greg Cosell at 420 about that little matchup.
Can't wait to hear his breakdown. But let me say, Monte Cristo, I still rock with y'all. Still coming back to rock with y'all, man. I just go there because it's closer to the front porch. Monte Cristo is a whole event. You got not an open bar, but you got a big old bar. You got 2-3 rooms you can chill in, go outside. It's always going to be good socializing. It's as an event. So, Luke, thanks for asking, bro.
Also, it kind of depends on where.
Okay.
you want me to go to line 2?
Yeah.
Let's go to Kelvin, who's the humidor guy at Monte Cristo.
My guy, too, man.
Kelvin, what's up?
Hey, guys, how you doing today?
What's up, man?
First of all, I want to say happy birthday to me. I am celebrating my birthday today.
Happy birthday, Kelvin.
Kel.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna have a cigar and a little bourbon and watch the game tonight.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
But I was calling to pick at you, Slay, because it hurts my feelings to find out that you're cheating on us, man.
Listen. Let me tell you why, though, Kev. This is the problem. You know I love my legal provider. All them, the dirty rats and all them, y'all carry a plethora of them.
Yes,
man, y'all don't carry the sarsaparilla, though. If I'm saying it right, Pirelli.
Yeah, but see, you're missing all the other good, really, really good new cigars that we got in. I even sent you a picture in a text of the cigar game cigars.
Yeah. Yep.
With the UT checkerboard.
Yeah. I guess what? I smoked two of them. I smoked two of them. Man, that's a very, very. It's a light, smooth smoke.
Oh, that's
too.
what I like.
Yeah, you will love this. It's real light. Yeah.
And then not only at the event last week, the owner of that company was there. Rex Ryan was there. Joey Kent was there, and Albert Hainsworth walked in.
Nobody told me anything. Nobody told me. That's my fault. That's my. Okay, I'm coming. Matter of fact, when I leave the show today, I'm stopping by there to give me some cigars for the trip this weekend.
It's too late. I'm on the way home, man. I'm not even there.
Guess what? I can catch you tomorrow, though. You gonna be there tomorrow?
You know what? I will be there tomorrow evening. I'm usually there during the day, but I will be there tomorrow evening.
I'm gonna come early though, because I'm gonna leave right after work and get on the road, man, so I can get up.
I'll be there.
Okay, bet. I got you.
I'll be there.
Got you, my man. Happy birthday too, dog.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. It's always great to talk to you guys when I have a chance to. I listen all the time. I actually go all the way back to when you guys first started.
Thank you,
back when it was Blaine, Clay, and you, Brent. So, big fan. Love the show. Keep doing what you're doing.
That means a lot, man. Thank you. Appreciate your shout.
You're welcome.
Yep. It's a small world, man.
Yo,
this show gets to everybody, man.
So when I turned around and seen the name, I was like, oh, darn. I knew he listened to. But I got over Franklin Cigar listened to. So.
You're spreading yourself thin, bro.
Yeah, but it's rough out here.
You got to remember who you told what. Huh?
Oh. Yeah, let's roll.
615-737-1045. It is funny about this show because, like, when we mention people, we get messages immediately, no matter what.
So do.
Remember when Burke was on and he was talking about how their lowest score on their surveys, like 4 or 5 years ago, was people getting in and out of the stadium, and they drastically overhauled the way that happened. And Adam Noose was hired by the Titans. He was the general manager of the Nashville Sounds, and he was hired by the Titans and given that charge, basically. Yeah. And he does so much more than that. But that was one of his things. I mentioned that to, when Burke was on. Noose texted me and said, thanks for the shout-out. Love how many friends listen to 3 at Jail Fist Bump.
Tell you. It's wild.
615-737-1045. Brian in Nashville has a great question when we come back. Also, Brooks Austin, a film breakdown guy, was on the Paul Feinbaum show, and he was taking a look at Georgia and Tennessee. It's really interesting what he had to say about this matchup. Talk about it next. 3HL.
All right, y'all, it's time. What time is it? It's time to eat. So bring Shoney's back into your game plan. The seasons are changing. Football is in full swing, and families are making holiday plans. So speaking of family, growing up in Nashville, that's where I love to go. Shoney's always, man. It's proud to serve you always fresh, always delicious dishes any time of the day, fit for any craving. From all you care to eat fresh food bar or the delicious meal From Shoney's extensive menu, you can get classics like the Slim Jim sandwich, the All-American burger, and always top it off with that world-famous hot fudge cake. That's my favorite. Plus, if you're on the go with kids, sports, and school events this busy season, you can let Shoney's do the cooking. Just take it all to go or place an order for delivery on Shoney's.com. Whatever fits your busy schedule, Shoney's has got you covered with comforting, family-friendly service at any of the locations. So try it. Matter of fact, do it tonight. Stop by any Shoney's 4 locations in Middle Tennessee. That's Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville. It's Shoney's. Let's eat.
Scoop on YouTube. Only so much Slay can go around. That is definitely true. He's always up to something. You know how life can change in an instant? It can happen to anybody, and does. A car wreck can throw everything off. Your job, your bills, your peace of mind. That's when you need our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Blair Durham, we've known him a long time. Slay, Babs, and I have known him a long time. He's a great dude, and he's here to help people in Middle Tennessee. Marine veteran Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure that insurance companies pay up and pay what they're supposed to and pay when they're supposed to. All of those things. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure that you get what you deserve. So if you've been injured, don't wait. Call BDIL, Bart Durham Injury Law, at 615-242-9000. As a matter of fact, just go ahead and get that number into your phone now, just in case something happens and your head is spinning a little bit in a really frantic moment. You will have their number, and you will know exactly what to do in minutes. 615-242-9000 is the number. They're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. Again, Blair Durham's number, 615-242-9000.
Good afternoon. It is 4:04. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. The Titans back on the practice field today as they continue to get ready for their home opener versus the Rams. Starting right tackle J.C. Latham told reporters after practice that he would not play against the Rams on Sunday as he continues to deal with a hip injury. Devondre Sweat and Khalil Mullins, both with ankle injuries, also missed practice for the second day in a row. Week 2 of the NFL season kicks off tonight. Thursday night football, the Washington Commanders head to Lambeau Field to face off against the Packers. Kickoff is at 7:15. You can catch Westwood One call the game right here on the Zone starting at 7. In college football news, ESPN announced that former Lady Vol, Candace Parker, will be the college game day guest picker for Saturday's visit to Knoxville as the Vols host number 6 Georgia. Kickoff for that game is at 2:30 and can be heard right here on the Zone. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bring news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three, 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Big weekend of football coming up. We've got to get to Vandy at South Carolina.
Yeah, buddy.
Georgia at Tennessee.
Yeah, buddy.
Rams at Titans.
Yeah, buddy.
And many other games. Florida at LSU. We keep talking about, I think LSU wins that game. But I'm with you, Slay. When you said yesterday, Florida, this is going to be Florida's best. Whatever Florida's best is, that's what we're going to see on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Does it mean they could beat LSU at LSU? I don't think so.
Right.
But Lagway's just, there's something off with him, man.
It is.
He looks like a guy who hasn't practiced.
In 9 months.
Well, that can happen, man.
Remember in the offseason, Todd Father kept saying some, because a lot of people were like, this guy's a Heisman Trophy candidate and all that. And Todd Father was kind of the one guy offering pushback on Lagway.
Yeah. Yep. It's one thing for their timing, man. The potential is there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Has he done the work in the film room? Yes, no question about it. The man goes out and does his work, but there's something different about being on that field. People do. All players say it. Former players say it all the time, man. You can't miss that much time in football and expect to come back and be that sharp.
Because everybody else has been practicing.
Exactly.
Ron Slay is here, y'all.
I'm in the building.
Ron Slay headed to Knoxville this weekend.
You better believe it, baby.
Tennessee and Georgia, 2:30 kick. You can hear it right here on 104.5 The Zone. By the way, happy birthday to Mike Keith.
Yeah, man. Way to go, Mike Keith. Happy birthday, man. The Vot V, baby. Yeah. Heard him on the Ramon and Will this morning. Sounded good. Sounded excited about this matchup about to take place up on Rocky Top.
It'd be a good birthday present for Mike. Mm-hmm. A little Tennessee win.
Come on, Zephyr.
Uh-oh. Zeph, what you got?
It is also Ross Johnston's birthday. Today.
Damn, I've seen Ross in the hallway 15 times and I never said anything.
Happy birthday, Ross. That's my guy, man. I would have high-fived him.
I feel like Ross needs to tell everybody he sees, hey, by the way, today's my birthday. Hey, today's my birthday.
Let people know.
Today's my birthday.
Listen, Ross, my bad, man. I wish I would have known that. I would have texted Ross. Let me text Ross. Ross, happy birthday.
Anybody else's birthday? That's 2 breaking news sounders we've heard
I think it's John Glennon's birthday, actually.
Hey, JG, what up? Happy birthday, JG, unless it's not. And then don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't even trip on the birthday.
I'm going to double check on that.
And Kelvin from Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
His birthday.
So what's today? 9/11.
It is 9/11.
Yep.
24 years.
Ain't that crazy?
24 years ago.
Somebody said something interesting on, I don't know if it was the chat, social media or what, but they said, man, listening to my kids talk about it is history that they talk about. And for us, it's almost a recent event.
Yeah.
Right. That's crazy.
2,977 innocent people died that day. I always think about a lot of things. But I do think about Flight 93.
Yeah.
The plane that went down in Pennsylvania where the passengers fought back and took control because they found out.
Yeah.
They found out that 2 planes had gone into the World Trade Center. They knew that plane had been hijacked, obviously, and that they knew that they were headed to reportedly D.C., and they were 20 minutes of flight time away from D.C. when they took that over. Todd Beamer went to Wheaton College. They've got that's where Ross went to Wheaton College, and Mount St. Connor took a visit up there, and they have a memorial for Todd Beamer there. He went to school there, and he could be heard on some of the phone calls saying "Let's roll."
Yeah,
and that turned into kind of a battle cry.
Too real.
Somerset, Pennsylvania. Somerset County, Pennsylvania. 24 years.
Wow, man.
615-737-1045. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Laura on YouTube, too. My kids weren't even born when it happened. Can't believe it. It's been 24 years. Yeah, none of mine were.
Man. Just, I don't know what that means. We old or it's just recent.
Yeah, those things.
Hope for them.
Yes, like I like it. You've got your Vol baseball jersey.
Yeah, man. I'm out here, y'all. Listen, I'm full-fledged, just going down, boom, boom, bam, bip. I'm ready to roll, man.
Are you wearing Tennessee gear every day this week? I think I've noticed you do that.
I've been trying to do my best, but I'm saving my best for Saturday. I got some nice hoop Nike orange Tennessee shorts that I'm going to wear, man, with some, I don't know what kind of shirt I'm going to wear, you know what I mean? I got to figure out if I'm in the orange or the white section. I think I'm in the orange section.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Checkerboard.
Yeah, checker kneeling is going down, man. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. I got a special guest going with me, too. I'm going to let him explain it Monday. This will be his first time ever stepping foot in Rocky Top. Yeah.
I love those stories.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And I'm taking him up early.
Special guest or no?
Not yet.
Does he know?
Yeah, he know. I talked to him this morning.
Okay.
He does not know.
I have one of those stories.
He knew, but yeah, Zeph, I'm telling you.
Is this when you got so drunk you threw up in a Chipotle bag and had to be led to the stadium by somebody that had never been there before?
That's correct.
This is.
You went to a sleigh party.
Hey.
Just like Reese and Laura went to the sleigh party.
And it's going down. We got a caterer. Shout out to my guy, Jamie, over at Famous Dave's, holding it down. I got Famous Dave's coming to cater the VFL tailgate. You know, runaway chair. Got them catering. Shout out to my guy Tim coming through with the log roll. You know what I mean? What is the Ricao vodka? How you say
the log roll?
Who? Milagro.
Oh, Milagro.
Milagro. I'm like, who the hell is the log roll?
You had like a pecan log roll like you used to get at Stuckey's.
No, we got it. We got it going down, dog. This is gonna be real live. It's all the way up. We starting early, going all the way through the game with the win, with the victory, then carrying it back to the house, man. So it's a good time.
Is our guy Bobby Graham going to be there?
Absolutely. BG and FF. Emily Graham, hey, I ain't rolling without them.
You went from BFF to FF.
Yeah.
Friend forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just went from, you know what I mean, like mayor to your.
She's wild.
Oh, no, she's going to have a ball.
But she's like intent about it. Like, it's not like she's flying off the handle.
No, she know what to do.
She knows what to do. Yeah.
She ain't coming up here to play no game. We tailgate.
BG just always smiling.
Yeah, that's my boy. He ready to get it in. That's all.
Hell, they might be listening right now.
More than likely.
In East Tennessee. 615-737-1045. Brian in Nashville has a random question for you, Slay Dog.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo.
First time caller here. Hope you guys are doing all right. I have a question for you, Slay.
Yes, sir.
I was watching some old this is very has-been of me. I was watching some old high school tape. I wasn't on the tape. It was from the high school I graduated from. They released a bunch. And they were playing, my high school was playing Pearl Cone in 95. And there was this tall guy on the team. His number was 4. And he ran our running back. This is a defensive lineman. Ran our fastest guy on the team down from behind. And I wanted to know if it was John Henderson.
That's absolutely who that was.
I love these John Henderson stories from high school.
That's absolutely who it was. Number 4. No question about it.
Unbelievable.
And don't feel bad because his first time while he was redshirting, he was in practice up in Tennessee. And Travis Henry had broke a run, and he came across the field and hawked him down. So, like,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that man was he was a different animal, man. Different animal.
Well, the guy that he ran down played linebacker at MTSU, so it was unbelievable, really.
So this just wasn't your typical high school athlete.
Yeah, not just some.
This is a D1 athlete right here. Yep.
Right.
What school did you go to, man?
I went to Beach.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Beach was good times over there.
But I was going to see if you had a prediction for the score of the Georgia-Tennessee game.
Oh, absolutely. I just can't give it out to tomorrow though. But hell yeah.
I'll try to tune in, man. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy. I got a score for tomorrow for the game on Saturday, taking place at 3:30. Game day in attendance. Little Leg Bulldogs, where are y'all at?
The Bougie Bulldogs?
Little Leg Bulldogs. If they got a sweater, they bougie. Them the English
you called him the Bougie Bulldog when we were talking about him sitting in his air-conditioned Bulldog house.
Yeah, when he put his sweater on and he put his little English accent barks on. Yeah, we cool on that. We don't want none of them. If it was American bullet, then it'd be different. We'd give you a little respect. But the little English bullet that y'all run around with, nope. Keep your little legs away from us.
The thing about Bulldog, because somebody yesterday asked us, what do you think a fight between Smokey and Uga? And like Bulldogs just kind of do whatever they want to do. If you see somebody walking a Bulldog and the Bulldog just decides to sit down,
it's over.
He's going to sit there.
Ain't no way Uga getting away from Smokey. I'm sorry.
Those little legs, it'd be hard. They're not quick twitch.
Yeah, they ain't running away.
They got a lot of meat to grab onto, too.
Yeah.
Smokey going to have a lot of room to work.
English accent barks. I'd like to hear that.
Oh, they wild. Them some wild barks right now. All right.
Let's see real quick. Nico, I hear you, Slay Dog. Boom, bam, bip.
You better believe it.
Nico, don't you need to be practicing for UCLA? You're 0-2.
No, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
Reese and Laura, I'm guessing this is Reese, thinking about driving to Knoxville and tailgating with no tickets.
Come on, Reese.
Laura, I thought he said log roll too.
What y'all listening to?
Bayou Bob, I'm dead. Slade Dog, silly AF. Hoop Johnson, Slade going to need an IV Sunday morning.
Stoney just asked a hell of a question. What circles you got to run in to get the 95 Pearl Cone all 22?
Could you imagine?
Hey, man, Coach Gillum or Coach Fitzgerald?
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Kenneth Gates got a couple of them too, man. He puts a clip, like in our group chat, he'll put a clip up every now and then. We like, dog, look at this team.
All right, we didn't get to Brooks Austin, his take on Georgia, Tennessee, the film guy. We will do that at 4:45. When we come back, Greg Cosell breaks down what he saw on film from Cam Ward's first game and the rest of the Titans. Yeah. And this matchup coming up on Sunday. We'll talk about it next. Greg Cosell from NFL Films next, the best film evaluator in football on 3HO. You know what you want, and you only buy what you need to keep you connected. Stay connected with Wi-Fi coverage that delivers the speed your devices need. Count on a reliable connection for all of your devices, even when everyone's online. Protect your devices and help keep loved ones safe and secure online with advanced security included at no extra cost. 24/7 customer service here for you whenever you need it. With in-home Wi-Fi support. Stay connected on the go with over 20 million secure Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. You can get the best Wi-Fi for your home. Enjoy ultimate control of your home network with the Xfinity app. Personalize your Wi-Fi name and password. Assign user profiles view and control connected devices, and much more. Use the Xfinity app to pause Wi-Fi, to disconnect for a while, set family-safe browsing, and much, much more. To get started, call Xfinity.com. Or go to Xfinity.com or call them or drop into an Xfinity store today. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Babsy on assignment. She is in Jonesboro, Arkansas, in advance of Iowa State at Arkansas State. You can check her out on the sidelines Saturday, 3 o'clock on ESPN2. Greg Cosell joins us now, as he does every Thursday at around 4:20. Greg, what's up? How are you?
Gentlemen, what's happening?
What's up, Cosell? How you doing, brother?
Just love that we're into football season. And we can talk about a game that happened, a game that's going to happen, and all of these things. How drastically does your world change with all of your football responsibilities, NFL matchup and NFL films?
The big deal for me is I have to just try to grind through as much tape each week as I can. And, the way I do it, obviously, it takes time. Like, to watch one side of a ball, depending on the game, could take me 2 hours. So I think that there's 16 games and I can't get through every game. And it always pains me when I get to the end of the week that I just can't do it. There's just not enough hours in the week. But, I enjoy it immensely, but, it takes time. It takes time to really watch games because the way our tape works is there's 3 shots of every single play. So if I'm watching Titans offense versus Broncos defense, there's 3 shots of each play in the order that they occur. There's a sideline shot on all 22, and then there's 2 end zone shots. So it takes time.
Wow, dude.
I love that.
Yeah. I do not envy your job, brother.
You mean you don't want to work 75 hours a week?
Even when it's football.
Right.
Let's do a little evaluation, a little film study here. Denver beats Tennessee 20-12. Greg, a game that the Titans were in. There were some things that occurred, out of control of the players. But I'm curious. Let's start here. What did the film show you with regard to Cam Ward and his first NFL performance?
I would say that it was good and some things that need to be cleaned up. And if anybody's surprised by that, they shouldn't be. It's his first NFL game. It's the first time since college he's played a full game. That's totally different than playing 15 snaps in a preseason game. So in some ways, it was totally expected for me. I thought one of the things that and we'll get to some of the plays and the X's and O points in a minute, but one thing I thought was a really good thing is I think he plays with composure. Like I never felt watching the tape that the game was too big for him. I thought that he was just playing through the game. Now, I think that one thing that, again, we'll go through a bunch of things. So none is more important than the other, just so I don't want people to, say, well, no, there's that. It's all part of watching the tape and seeing every single play and watching it multiple times. I think that one thing that really stood out to me, and this is true of young quarterbacks, not just Cam Ward, is they have to innately learn, and the only way you learn this is by playing, what pressure is in the NFL versus what is not pressure. Because these guys in college football, very often there are not very many bodies around them. Okay, so when they get to the NFL and there's more bodies around you, you have to understand that that's not automatically pressure, that you still can make throws, that, maybe you take 1 step or 2 steps to your right, 1 or 2 steps to your left, and you can still make throws. If you see a body, you don't break down and get out of the play. And I think that's a very common thing for young quarterbacks. That happened a couple of times with Cam in this game, one in particular where they had a great route concept. I think it was 2nd and 19, believe it or not. And it was a great route concept. Ridley was wide open on a great out cut from the slot. They got him matched on Hufanga. Cushenberry did not quite hold up. So the D tackle was able to kind of get to Cam's right. And he had to move, no question. But I think he could have settled and made the throw. It was a really well-designed big play opportunity. I don't know if that play was talked about at all. That to me was the kind of play that speaks to what I'm talking about, where that throw could have been made. And I think that that's something he'll learn. He'll learn what is really pressure and what is really not pressure.
Yeah, he was asked, what did you learn from game number 1? And he said the primary thing was, I need to get the ball out quicker. And so,
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why you say that, because here was another thing I typed. I said overall Ward needs to pick up his mental tempo. And I think the mental tempo and the physical, getting the ball out quicker, go together. So, again, this is what you learn when all of a sudden the real games start. And plus, you're playing against a really fast defense. But you know what? There's a lot of fast guys in the NFL. So, this is just something that, he understood. He intuitively understood that once, probably as the game was going. But then when you have a chance to reflect, you understand that, you just have to do things a little bit quicker. It's the old John Wooden line, which is true in all sports. Be quick, but don't hurry.
Yeah.
You don't want to play frenetically, but yet you have to play with a certain tempo that is necessary to play in the NFL.
He had a couple of throws on the sideline that I thought were real impressive, where he got his feet set and he really put some pace on the ball. One to Gunnar Helm on the left side, and then I forget who the receiver was on the right side where he made a beautiful throw there. So from a technique standpoint.
To Aya Manor, which, was the play obviously everybody's talking about, unfortunately for Coach Callahan, but that was a great throw as well. So he made some good throws, no question. There were a couple that he missed where only he could tell you what he saw, where the route was clearly defined, the throw was there, and he just didn't, turn it loose. He turned down throws, a couple of throws that were there that have to be made. He'll learn that. And obviously, and he knows this too, obviously on the sack right after the Mims fumble, you cannot retreat backwards. That's just, you can't do that in the NFL. The only guy who can do that in the NFL is Lamar Jackson. And even he probably shouldn't be doing it, but he's capable of doing it. But you cannot retreat backwards. And I know that was the first play, I think, that Latham was out. So it was Udo at right tackle, and Ellis beat him quick to the inside. So yes, there was quick pressure, but in that situation, when you're already in field goal range, you can't retreat backwards and take a sack.
That's what I was looking forward to hearing you talk about, Coach Sale. This offensive line, how they played as a unit. Because us as fans watching the game in real time, you just all of a sudden see your quarterback on the ground and a sack's given up, and you may see a replay, and you're like, "Damn, Moore, you got to do this," So, what was your biggest takeaways from this offensive line unit and how they moved?
Yeah, I thought it was up and down. I mean, there were some. It was tough, at times. I mean, and then they told you that because as the game progressed, what you started to see, Slay, was they started chipping. They also started deploying backs and tight ends as primary pass protectors in pure pass situations to make certain that Ward was secure in the pocket. And that's just what you don't want to have to do. So it was up and down. The left tackle Moore had a few, tough snaps. They all had some tough snaps. Yeah. So that's going to have to improve. It wasn't necessarily as bad, let's say, as the last couple of years, but it's going to have to be better. Because you want to give Ward every chance that he has to work with 5 eligible receivers where you can run a complete route tree and give him an opportunity, because I think he does have a good feel in the pocket for, he's not a guy that just throws to his primary, and after that he's done. I think he has a sense of the route concepts, the route combinations, working through a progression. Are there plays where you have to be better? Sure, because he's a rookie quarterback in his first start. But I think he has a sense of that. There was no freneticism or chaotic nature to the way in which he played. I think that the ball placement issue is something that has to improve. It is not a drop when the ball hits a guy's fingertips, guys. Mm-hmm. People say, well, he had 8 drops. No, he didn't. He had 3 drops. He's going to have to be a little more precise with his ball location.
Well, it was a quarterback that said 8, Greg. So
I know. And I know who you're talking about. And I know him and he knows better, that's just like Ridley had 2 clear defined drops, which you don't expect to see at all. Right. But like the ball thrown that to Chig that, probably grazed his fingernail with one hand, that's not a drop. So, that I think that'll get better with more comfort. Yeah. But I think overall, he knew where to go with the football. Yeah. I don't really think he made any throws that I can recall where you went, oh, what's he doing? I don't think he really did that. I think he had a sense of where to go with the football. So there was some good stuff here. I mean, from a composure and poised and an understanding standpoint, I think that was all positive. There are just some things that, need to be worked on as he plays more.
Let's circle back around to Big Jeff and what they did in the trenches, but I wanted to go to the secondary, Greg. What were your takeaways from specifically L'Jarius Sneed and Jarvis Brownlee Jr., those two in particular?
Well, I tell you what interested me the most was the fact that, how much dime that they played 10 snaps of dime. Diggs played a lot of snaps. He played 31 snaps in the game. Yeah. I guess I didn't know what they were going to do with him. Obviously, they brought him in a couple of weeks ago. And Snead played 21 snaps at outside corner. In an ideal world, he's going to play more going forward because he gives you so much more with how he plays. Brownlee, I really like the way Brownlee plays, Slay. I like, he's an attitude guy. I think he does a really good job. He's just not as big as you would like, but he plays physically. Yeah. I thought that Denard Wilson also did some good things with some disguise and late coverage rotation. Bo Nix did not play particularly well in this game at all. Right, and he was more chaotic than Cam Ward. So, all this is a process. I thought that the way that Key played inside and outside, I thought that, obviously they use Jones and Oladejo predominantly as the edge pass rushers. I'm going to be interested to see Gray's development because, look, they brought in Kazir White. We'll see what happens here because I think Gray, and this was an issue when he came out of college, he needs to improve his route understanding and his recognition as an underneath zone defender. He doesn't really have great eyes. He doesn't see it really well. So we're going to see if that continues or if they might make a change when they go to their nickel because obviously Barton's not going to come off the field.
Yeah, at all.
Well, obviously the Broncos' defense is exceptionally good, and Nick Benito
really good defense.
Was what we thought he would be. The analytics guys give him 9 pressures, 7 of them on Dan Moore, had a sack, a very disruptive player. But Pat Surtain too, Greg. Just phenomenal. He had Ridley for 27 of Ridley's 32 pass routes, and he caught 0 balls, was not targeted.
Yeah.
On
they matched him up.
On the 5 non-Patrick Surtain defensive opportunities against Ridley, he had 4 catches on 5 routes. How good is Patrick Surtain, too? We obviously know he was the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, but that dude is unreal.
He's really good. There's nothing more to say. He's really good. There's one play, and again, it's a negative, but I think it has to be mentioned. And this is a big learning play for Cam Ward. He missed that touchdown when he got sacked by Benito. This was a really tough play to watch because the play I'm talking about where they were down in the red zone, and he ended up getting sacked by Benito, and Jefferson was wide open, and the play worked to perfection. He rolled out to his left, and for whatever reason, which only he can tell you, I can't tell you this, he turned back to his right to look at Cooper, who was 7-8 yards away from him, and then Benito ended up sacking him from the backside. This play was on Ward. He had Jefferson open for the easy touchdown. I don't know if that play was addressed, if anybody talked about it, but that should have been an easy touchdown.
I'm going to go back to Snead, and you guys were talking about him. He was very frustrated, Greg. After the game, he didn't
play more.
He didn't play any in the second half, and he said he knew he was on a pitch count, so to speak. But he's looking for more opportunities now. The other part of that is he hadn't practiced in 8 months, or 11 months, I guess. Right. They need him in that secondary. That's for sure. You already hit on that, but I just wanted to let you know that.
Well, I think what Snead does is Snead gives you so many more options as a defensive play caller because they did not blitz very much in this game. And, we all know that Denard Wilson would like to be aggressive, and particularly the way Nix was playing because he was a little chaotic and frenetic. And, blitzing is wonderful. You can always say, let's go blitz, but you got to feel good about your corners if you want to blitz. You really do. We'll see. You'd have to assume that Snead's going to play meaningfully more snaps this week, and they're playing against a really tough offense and a great quarterback. And this is an offense that's really hard to defend. They've got a ton of motion and movement, and it's just hard to defend. And Stafford, he's just a great thrower of the football. He's probably one of the most respected quarterbacks in the league that no one talks about.
Yeah.
But coaches will talk about him, and he is so good and so respected.
6th all-time leading passer, Matthew Stafford. We had a question earlier about Calvin Ridley bouncing back in week 2, and part of it probably is kind of what Cam Ward was talking about, how, look, this was our first game as quarterback and receivers and our first game as receivers to quarterback, and kind of talking through that part of it. But I'm curious about the matchup this week with regard to the Rams corners and the Titans wide receivers. The Rams corners are Darius Williams, Akello Witherspoon, and Quentin Lake. Do you think there's an opportunity there in the pass game?
Well, there is. Quentin Lake's a really good player, but he plays in the slot.
Yeah.
He's kind of one of those multi-purpose players that can do a lot of things. But on the outside, it'll be Witherspoon and Williams. They should be able to have some success. I mean, again, we'll see, what they're ready to do or not do. I'm not saying that they should drop back 50 times and toss it all over the yard. They're not going to do that. But this is where Ridley should be able to win some matchups. Whether it's 1-on-1 or whether it's zone, you still have to, cover on the outside. So I would expect that Ridley would have a bounce back week. He's obviously a very good receiver. He had 2 really bad drops in this game that are uncharacteristic. I'm even looking forward to seeing Io Manor, working against them. I think they should be able to have success throwing the football.
They should.
The big issue is his pass protection. They've got a great 4-man D-line pass rush in pure pass situations.
That's where you were going?
Yeah, exactly. Jared Verse, Byron Young, and who else is filling in?
Well, they got Braden Fisk and they got Kobe Turner. That 4-man D-line pass rush is really, really good when they get to pure pass, and they are one of the best stunting teams in the league, and they stunt a ton, particularly on 3rd down. That's going to be a point of focus for Bill Callahan and the staff this week, because they're really, really good at it.
Got to stay out of 3rd and long. They couldn't do it against Denver, particularly in the second half. In fact,
no, they had a lot of long yardage plays, Brent. You're right, and that's a killer. I mean, for any quarterback, but you certainly don't want your rookie quarterback in that situation.
What was the stat, Jeff? They were last in the NFL in terms of
last.
Average 3rd down to go situation.
Over 11 yards.
Yeah, you can. That's a killer right there. That's just too hard. I mean, for any quarterback. But you don't want you want to be. You don't want to be in those. You're going to be in some. It's just the nature of the game. But that's a problem.
What intrigues you about tonight's game, Commanders at Packers?
I got to tell you, I was so intrigued, believe it or not by the quarterbacks per se. They're both very good. But what the Packers did defensively, now it could be a totally different defensive game plan, because obviously Jared Goff and Jane Daniels are 2 different players. But what Jeff Hafley did with that defense against Jared Goff in the pass game for the Lions was phenomenal. They did so much of showing one thing pre-snap and totally changing the picture post-snap. Not just moving one guy, which a lot of teams do. That's pretty normal. Teams going from, let's say, single high to 2 high or 2 high to single high. But they were moving 3-4 people to totally change the picture. And I thought it was phenomenal. And they hardly blitzed. And because they changed the picture so much, there were so many times where Goff got stuck in the pocket. He didn't know where to go with the football.
Well, we're looking forward to that matchup tonight, and Titans-Rams coming up on Sunday. Thank you, Greg. Great stuff, man. Really appreciate you, and you look great, man. Nice suit, brother.
Oh, well, we shot matchup today, so I figured instead of taking everything off, I figured should add a little class to you guys today.
Yeah, we needed it.
We needed
Cosell.
Thank you, Cosell.
All right, guys, thanks.
When we come back, Brooks Austin, a film breakdown guy, was on the Paul Feinbaum show breaking down Georgia and Tennessee. Interesting breakdown. I'll say that 3 times. That's coming up next. Stay tuned. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Football season is snack season, and we're right in the middle of it. Do it the right way. Watch your games and make sure you snack the right way. I want to tell you about a new obsession, Daisy French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season, eating dips with chips, wings, veggies while watching all of the games. And now Daisy comes out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip and a Daisy Ranch Dip, and these are game changers. These are delicious as homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you would find in your kitchen. Look for Daisy French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you. We're all watching games this fall, and maybe you're having people over. You got to do the games the right way. You got to do snacks the right way. Make sure you are stocked up on the best dip. Daisy French Onion Dip is the best. It's so great and the perfect complement to all the games that you will be watching. Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip, you can get them at all grocery stores.
Want to tell you guys about Zero Res. Get insanely clean carpets from Zero Res. And right now, they got an awesome September special going on. You know what? It's crazy. I just had one of my neighbors reach out on the Facebook page, on the neighborhood page, and say, hey, I need somewhere that doesn't have harsh chemicals. I said, I got you. It's Zero Res. Right now, 3 rooms of carpet clean for $139 plus a hallway, or $129 for 2 rooms and stairs cleaned. How about that? Here's your phone number, 615-535-9376. No harsh chemicals. They clean with special water. Book online at Zero Res, that's a Z, ZeroResNashville.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Babsy and Jonesboro, Arkansas. Hanging out with Arkansas State and Iowa State.
And Butch Jones.
Butch, please.
I watched a little bit of that replay last night versus Arkansas.
Jalen Green do what he wanted to do.
He did some bonehead stuff, too. But for the most part.
Arkansas State's quarterback, okay.
It was solid.
He's good against their level of competition for sure.
There you go. That's
Join us Monday at Two Rivers Ford, 76 Belinda Parkway, Mount Juliet, to find out how you can help fill a Ford with non-perishable food items to help feed our community. It's all part of Ford Motor Company's Global Caring Month and the world's largest food drive. To learn more, visit 1045thezone.com/events or visit tworiversford.com today. We'll be there 3 to 6 on Monday at Two Rivers Ford. We would love to see you out there. 3HL,
see you.
Broadcasting live from the 1045 The Zone Circa Sports Studio. Kentucky's largest sports book can now be found at Circa Sports at Kentucky Downs. Tennessee and Georgia coming up on Saturday. Georgia a 4.5-point favorite. Brooks Austin is a guy, if you don't know, maybe you do, he breaks down film. He's a film breakdown guy.
Okay.
And he was on the Paul Feinbaum show, and Paul asked him about the Tennessee-Georgia matchup. Listen to what he has to say.
Georgia at Tennessee. You have a lean on a Wednesday, or do we need to learn more?
Look, I think it really scares me. I pick Georgia in this matchup every year because of what we talked about, those stylistic clashes. Georgia's just great at what Tennessee forces you to do. They want you to do what Georgia's great at. So I always pick Georgia. But here's what makes me really, really scared. And I don't mean to take a shot at Nico, and I don't mean to take a shot at Joe Milton, but they actually have a quarterback. They have a guy who is playing quarterback, not a guy who is just good at throwing, that if that's not open, I'm going to take off and run. It totally changes third down. It totally changes what the red zone situation. It totally changes everything about this matchup when you actually have a quarterback. And I mentioned it earlier. On top of that, Heupel continues to evolve, Paul. He's one of my favorite coaches to study because I know for a fact every time I study Hype, I'm going to learn something new because he's learned something new. And to me, that's football. That's coaching. That's how you win. That's how you take a program like Tennessee that for 20 years was averaging 7.5 wins, and you're averaging 10 over the last 3. How do you do it? That's how. It's found in the coaching, man.
I like that. I like that quite a bit. Ural, walking into this bad boy, I like what he said. Like, you can't just go out there and just play Georgia like you just playing another team in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't beat themselves. Ole Miss showed it last year. Like, you want to go beat the bully, you got to kind of beat him at his own game. And it ain't going to be no tricks of the trade. Like, you may get one here and there and then a little trick play or something, but you got to stand, put your feet in the ground and don't move, man, because they not moving. They are wired that way.
I thought it was interesting what he had to say about Nico and Joe Milton, and not to take anything away from those two guys, but I did think it was interesting, the point that he made about how these guys kind of were one read and then take off, and defenses know that. And so if you have the kind of personnel that can understand, hey, 1, 2, 3, he's about to run.
Yes.
And then you don't have to cover that long. You can change your eye discipline and go get a quarterback that's about to take off. And when he said that, I started thinking about those matchups with Georgia, and that's exactly what they did.
He got us every time like that.
Yeah, and a lot of times it was, and Kirby's great at halftime adjustments. There's no doubt about that.
The ones when we went down there to Georgia and played with Hendon Hooker right there, like that rain killed us. Hendon did a good job of scrambling when the play broke down. And
they had a chance in the second half in that game on the plus side of Georgia's 50.
Yep.
And they had a 3rd and short and then a holding call.
Yep. You can't
a false start. I forget what the penalty was, but it set them back, and then they didn't convert, and then Georgia scored, and they go up by 2 scores.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yep. They choke you out. You've been saying that for years.
They choke you out.
Mm-hmm. So
like a python.
Man, all day long. All day long. It's going to be a good battle, though, man. For the people that are thinking that element, that noise level don't matter, I'm telling y'all, man. I was at the Florida game last year, at that Alabama game, and each year it gets louder. Like I can't remember being in a place where you can't hear the person beside you. Like you're screaming. I had to stop screaming and be like, is anybody else? Well, I don't hear nobody else screaming. Like I can't hear no more. So I'm just screaming like just to scream.
It's funny. I've described because I've been to LSU at night twice.
Yeah.
Florida in the 90s when Spurrier was rolling, it was just like that. You could not hear the person next to you that was trying to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
It was never. It was always loud at Tennessee in the 90s when they were rolling too, but it wasn't like that. Now it's like that.
It's like that.
I don't know what happened to get it ratcheted up beyond the 90s.
Yeah.
But man, it is.
It's a different noise, dog. Like I heard it loud. We went through the golden era. You know what I'm saying?
You think
like,
younger people are just louder than we were when we were younger?
Hell no. Nope. But what I do think is we've been down so long.
That's what it
the
is.
Older people are louder.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, listen, I had 15, 20 years when I couldn't make no noise sitting in the stands. I'm not going home with a voice. This is what the 40 and older crowd is saying. All you 40 and under, y'all supposed to be doing this. The 40 and older crowd, we sitting down like, man, it ain't even time to enjoy a drink. The only time to enjoy your drink is between timeouts or media timeouts. That's it. Other than that, you on your feet, you are screaming. Like, these people that's going to games talking about sit down, you better not never go to a game in Neyland. Like, you are going to be
Other people like complain about it?
Yeah, like, man, whoa, no.
Yeah. Justin Brinkley says on YouTube, there will be no Joe Milton slander. That man got us Cam Ward. In my eyes, Milton is a Vols legend because of that.
That's pretty good. He did.
You can watch us on live YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Here is what Joey Aguilar's dad said. We don't have any problems with Nico. If anything, it's thank you. I think it's clear who won the trade. Look at the fans. Look at the stats. Everything happens for a reason.
You can't put this. You can't describe this and put this into words for any recruit that's coming on a visit or people that's thinking about transferring now. You've got to experience it for yourself.
Yep. And now Aguilar gets Aguilar. I was hesitant to give an opinion about him because you'd seen the Appalachian State tape, you'd talked to people, all this stuff, but he fits what Josh Heupel wants to do.
Slow it down for him.
And so that's the part of it that I didn't know, so I wanted to hesitate on that. Now he has a big game opportunity at home against Georgia.
So we get your legend made.
Saturday, 2:30. You can catch it right here on 104.5 The Zone. 5 o'clock hour coming up. Stay tuned, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. I want to tell you about our friends at Brentwood Jewelry. They can be your friends, too, and they will when you go in and introduce yourself to Salem, Brandon, all the guys that with the Amamolee family at Brentwood Jewelry. They are phenomenal people, and Salem values time, and Salem values relationships, the two most important things. He was just telling Slay and I that the other day. They have everything you need jewelry-wise, but they do it the right way, man. You're going to feel like you're a part of their family. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer is Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection in watches, but they are also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, both vintage and current models. You can own a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost, and every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance and is presented with a 2-year warranty. You can check out those watches and everything else they have, BrentwoodJewelry.com. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Middle Tennessee community with exceptional style, exceptional deals every day. And as a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they are deeply rooted within this community. From Salem's service in the Special Forces to his son serving as local firefighters, the Amamolee family is dedicated to giving back. Support local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Want to tell you guys about Zero Res. Get insanely clean carpets from Zero Res. And right now, they got an awesome September special going on. You know what? It's crazy. I just had one of my neighbors reach out on the Facebook page, on the neighborhood page, and say, hey, I need somewhere that doesn't have harsh chemicals. I said, I got you. It's Zero Res. Right now, 3 rooms of carpet get cleaned for $139 plus a hallway, or $129 for 2 rooms and stairs cleaned. How about that? Here's your phone number, 615-535-9376. No harsh chemicals. They clean with special water. Book online at Zero Res, that's a Z, ZeroResNashville.com.
Good evening. It is 5:04. I'm Joe Spinano live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. The Titans back on the practice field today as they continue to get ready for the home opener versus the Rams. Starting right tackle J.C. Latham told reporters after practice that he would not play against the Rams on Sunday as he continues to deal with a hip injury. Devondre Sweat with an ankle and Khalil Mullins with an ankle also missed practice for the second day in a row. Week 2 of the NFL season kicks off tonight. Thursday Night Football. The Washington Commanders head to Lambeau Field to face off against the Packers. Kickoff at 7:15. You can catch Westwood One call the game right here on the Zone starting at 7. In college football news, ESPN announced that former Lady Vol basketball star Candace Parker will be the College Game Day guest picker for Saturday's visit to Knoxville as the Vols host number 6 Georgia. Kickoff for that game is at 2:30 and can be heard right here on 104.5 The Zone. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three at 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Thursday. The football weekend is upon us.
Yeah, we got games tonight too, though, Yor. So we here.
Commanders, Packers.
Yep.
Who you like?
I like the Packers in this. I got a parlay for everyone. I know they're wondering.
People asked earlier, somebody asked earlier, do you put them on X? No, you got to listen to 3HO.
No. If you don't listen to the show, you don't get no parlay. That's simple.
I came in early the other day while, by the way, Ramon Foster will join us at 5:20.
Big Savage.
While Ramon and Will were doing their show.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to Jayhawk.
Yeah.
And he said he was going back and forth with you.
Shouldn't have been. It's Daniel's son. I keep trying to explain that to him. Like he was excited over his
correct picks.
Yeah, he was 3-0, and they were like, yeah, well, yeah, the Hawks. He got out some little sounder, the Hawks locks or something like that.
It's something like it's Hawks hits or Hawks.
Yeah, it's Hawks locks.
Locks?
I'm telling you what it is. Yeah, no question. I told him, and so I told him, like, man, in the chat, he was like, I'm coming to parlay. I said, you really don't want to do that, dog. Your resume not long enough. The second thing is you hiding stuff from what you do from your people. Like, if y'all going all in together, y'all losing together or y'all winning together. Like, I'm not, 3-0, that doesn't move me. That's not going to be enough, you know what I mean, for me to get out of the bed in the morning. But I'm just saying, the parlay, when you try to, imitation is the greatest form of flattering. So I told him he's Daniel's son. I'm Mr. Miyagi. So continue to wax on and wax off.
Hey, I believe Zach Lyons has started making some picks on cover 2 as well.
Yeah, Zach gave me a pick and it didn't hit. That's the end of that.
Never take him on again?
No, I'll listen to him. But he did give me that New Orleans Saints pick, and that didn't do anything.
People can try however they want to try to beat the parlay.
You should have known the Saints weren't going to do nothing.
No, listen.
Did you see their Saints pick? I remember that.
Did you see their uniforms?
I got it.
Those are the ugliest things I have ever seen on an NFL football field.
That's not how you bet games, but
no, you didn't need to watch the game. You just look at the uniforms and know there's no way that they're going to win, or there's no way they're going to have success.
So I'm going to let the parlay just keep on rolling, man. Like, everybody's welcome to come on in and have a good time.
It is a good time.
It's a great time.
It was a great time 4 times last weekend.
Man, it should have been 5.
Should have been.
Josh Allen want to take a knee. He didn't have to do that.
3 times.
Did not have to do that, man. That's a tough
You already had to win.
It was done.
Done.
It was so crazy that they didn't even automatically put it into the settled bet. It stood there in the open bet for like 30 minutes after the game was over. Like, I think FanDuel was confused. Like, do we do this to him? And I guess they were like, yeah,
we like money.
You had over the rushing yardage, which he was until he took 3 knees and then 34. Went under the number. And what was that, like a 7 leg?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just for Sunday Night Football, man.
How many people do you think lost their fantasy matchups because of that?
That's a good question. But I know who lost the money. It was me.
615-737-1045. One of the big games coming up this weekend, and we both like Vandy in this. Eli and Smyrna. Eli, what's up?
Fellas, hope you're having a good Thursday.
Yes, sir.
I was just wondering, I heard Josh Pate say that Vanderbilt would have to go to Green Bay and beat Green Bay by 10 points to be ranked in the top 25. You know, beating Virginia Tech, outgaming them 300 yards in the second half.
Yep.
We should be ranked number 25 right now, at the least. And so I was wondering, if you think we beat South Carolina this weekend, do we deserve a spot in the top 15?
Man, who is this? What's your name?
Eli.
Eli, listen, man. Y'all, this highway robbery. If y'all not ranked, y'all ought to be ranked this week. Ain't no ifs, ands, and questions. No, that's like, especially with the young lady coming out saying it don't matter what. So I'm gonna blame her. I'm gonna put all the blame on her. The reason y'all ain't ranked because she put Florida up 2 spots. So
despite losing to South Florida, Haley something or other.
That threw everything off, man. Y'all are ranked. Y'all a top 25 team. Y'all go up there and beat them. Shoot, you a top 20 team in my book.
Hey, anchor down.
Yeah, there you go, Eli.
I can't say that, but yes, Eli.
Vanderbilt only has 1 vote.
That's bogus, dog. What are these people? See, that's why I said in the beginning of the show today, they are walking around like it's just them in the locker room, and somehow they're able to block out the noise, because that's blasphemy. Come on, dog. 1 vote.
1 vote.
They can't be watching what we watching. The way they handled Virginia Tech, after South Carolina struggled.
Arizona State with 94 votes. They are 26th.
Well, we ain't got to worry
despite
about
losing at Mississippi State.
We ain't got to worry about that. It's going to be handled. I'm telling you, they beating South Carolina.
Florida has 70 votes.
That's that young lady. She did this.
She had them, 18th?
She moved them up 2 spots.
Yeah. After losing.
After losing to an unranked team.
Everything will get back to normal this week, y'all.
And then she didn't even rank that team in the new poll.
Do you guys want to hear from Rick Neuheisel?
Let's get it.
On his pick in the Tennessee-Georgia matchup via CBS Sports.
What do you got to say?
It's cut number 23, Zeph. Here you go.
Had you told me I was going to take Tennessee in the preseason, I would have said you're crazy. But having watched a couple of weeks, I'm still concerned about Georgia. They played Marshall and they played Austin Peay, and yet they're still only averaging 214 yards a game rushing. That number, if they're really going to be a run team, should be up around 300 against those 2 teams. I'm wondering what's wrong. And listen, put it all on Gunnar Stockton, but Gunnar Stockton is now going on the road for the first time. He's played in some neutral sites, the Sugar Bowl and in the championship game, Mercedes, but that's largely a Georgia crowd as well. This is on the road. I just feel like Tennessee, when I watch those highlights, that looked more like a Georgia defense than the Georgia defense has looked thus far. Maybe I'm wrong because I think Kirby Smart's as good as they come, but I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Yeah, I understand Neuheisel. I was with him too. Coming into this season, if you asked me in the spring, I was like, man, that Georgia week, man, let's just get past that one, get healthy. You know what I mean, and roll into whatever we roll in.
Well,
Tennessee's quarterback
win total was 8.5, and we were trying to figure out, okay,
where they coming from?
Yeah, are you going to go 9?
Yeah.
And that's losses to, at the time, you're thinking Georgia, Alabama, maybe Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? Now it's like that Mississippi State game is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
The Florida game might be a winnable game, more so than we thought in the offseason.
Yep.
Maybe not. Maybe they get on track, but yeah, you never thought in the offseason, okay, let me count a win there.
Yeah. But walking into it, like, I think it's the unknown, and I think it's the unknown in both. But the luxury that Tennessee has walking into this, to me, is you're playing in Neyland. The luxury that Georgia has walking into this, you're coached by Kirby. So I just think that, like, that's just part of it. That's part of it. So some got to get neutralized.
Well said.
Thank you. By Neuheisel. Neutralize Neuheisel.
Alliteration.
No.
Big Savagery, Ramon Foster coming up next.
Come on with it.
We'll ask him about Tennessee, Georgia. We'll ask him about the Titans' performance against Denver and the matchup coming up against the Rams. And we'll also ask him about what in the world is a hip injury like to an offensive lineman. J.C. Latham, that is the breaking news today. He is out. He announced that himself. He is out on Sunday. We do have an opportunity for you to win Titans tickets in the next segment. It is Titans Ticket Thursday. So that's coming up. Stay tuned. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Football season is snack season. Do it the right way. Do it with Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip. You'll find them at any grocery store, at all grocery stores. And yeah, I know you've got the game watching thing down. You need to make sure that you have the snack thing down as well. Want to tell you about a new obsession, Daisy French Onion Dip. Man, lots of y'all going this direction. And again, in any grocery store, make sure you try some. Guilty pleasure for sure during football season. Eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching the big games. And now Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip. Both of these dips are game changers. They're as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you will find in your own kitchen. You're going to have people over. You need to have your dip game good, and Daisy French Onion Dip is the best. It's so great and the perfect complement to all the games you will be watching. Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip at all grocery stores.
We have a new Dawn deal for Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. It's for the month of September, so maybe you are out there and you know you need new windows and new doors, replacement windows for your old windows in your home. I feel you, and I feel you that it's not really the most exciting thing to replace in your home, but sometimes you just got to do it. And for September, Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, if you tell them you know me and ask for the Dawn deal, they'll give you 55% off qualifying installations, 0% APR for 48 full months. That is plenty of time to pay off those windows and doors. And I'll tell you that Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville are the absolute best, the best to work with, the best people, family-oriented business. They've got lifetime warranties on all of their products. And then on top of it, they also back it up with a 10-year labor warranty, which is leading in the industry. Reach out to them. You can do it easily online or call them 615-249-1910. Ask for my girl Brittany. Schedule a free consultation. Tell them to give you the Dawn deal. It's PellaNashville.com.
3 Tell 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Thursday at 5:20-ish. That means it's time for Big Savagery, Ramon Foster. You can hear him, Ramon and Will, weekday mornings from 6 until 10 on 104.5 The Zone. Also, Vol Network analyst sitting next to Mike Keith in the booth. Great call again, and I love your reactions, Big Savagery, when Tennessee scores touchdowns and they've got a camera on you. It's phenomenal.
Hey, listen, man, I got to give a shout out to Ashley Farrell, man. She is so good with those doggone GoPros, man. Some of the time I'm like, she catches everything, and I'm not even conscious about my celebrations and my reactions. I'm just like, look, let it flow. Act savage. On the back porch, man, I'm talking about a ball of emotions is what it is watching the game, and I'm somewhat glad that everybody else get to peek behind it a little bit, man, without the cigar smoke.
I mean, that's next, right? Like old school broadcaster guy, he would do that in the press box, especially like an open air press box.
It is, man. Like, Mary, listen, I might ask. I know Mike Keith gonna say no, but like a closed mouth don't get fed, man. Can you imagine us giving a call, blowing smoke? Oh my God.
Savage, would you be Slay Dog? Would you be open to Big Savagery smoking a cigar while calling Tennessee games up there?
Hell yeah. He need to be the new age Red Auerbach. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah, smoke, as they say, smoke billowing out. Yeah, we need that to happen, but we got to be professionals up in the booth. No bourbon, no cigars in there, man. We got to give the people what they want.
Man, those are two great things. Man.
You just speak for the people that's contractually obligated to be like that. I'll be up at the end. That's what I'm saying. I ain't under contract.
Hey.
While we're on Tennessee football, what do you think about this Tennessee-Georgia matchup? Georgia favored by 4.5. When the line opened, it opened around 7. Went down to 3.5. That's where the pushback came. But man, maybe a low-scoring game. Georgia hadn't shown anything. But I do know this. I watched the Austin Peay Georgia game, and Austin Peay had a first and goal to try to make it a one-score game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, man. Shout out to head coach Jeff Ferris, man, at Austin Peay. They fought. You could see also that they were somewhat outmatched, but they fought. And my thing is with, how they're able to recruit at Austin Peay, I'm hoping, like, our guys, the Vols, see that tape. And I ain't going to say be inspired because, hey, you can be inspired all you want to and get your face knocked off. What I'm hoping for is I got a little violent right there.
Yeah, you did. I like it.
I'm hoping these guys, man, just see this as an opportunity to just go win. Like, you got the advantage of the crowd. You know the cadence. You got a quarterback that they don't know a ton about. You're in a situation where you know a lot is on your side. It's a matter of beating your man and understanding that it's not going to stop. Kirby Smart has a very smart physical team. He understands how to play these types of games. He's won the national championship. Like, he checks every box of understanding how you got to go get this. But physicality and not blinking, as Coach Tomlin like to say from time to time, man, like, cut your eyelids off. Like, don't blink. That's what this game has to be for the Vols, man. And I'm searching for that squad to answer this. And I'm not even talking about just the squad. I'm talking about the coaches, too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need Coach Klein this weekend where he got to have images of fuzzy bears on the other sideline to go win this thing, man. Like, it's presented to you. It's on the platter to you, man. And at some point, you got to decide as a head coach, as a school, as an organization, that this is going to be the year. I've seen lesser opponents beat teams when they're not supposed to. I think everybody consider we're not the favorites in this. We're the lesser opponent. Go win. I mean, we saw USF do it to Florida. I'm not going to say that's a one-to-one comparison. I get it. But what I'm saying is this. This isn't the impossible feat here. That is a good Vols team that they have over there. They've recruited well. The level of recruits have gotten better. And there's a lot of unknowns about Georgia, namely their quarterback, Gunner. Like, seeing what he actually can do in those moments when that crowd and that ground is shaking. What he looks like when he has a little adversity. It's early. It's weird that we're playing this soon, too. And I hadn't heard or seen a lot of trash talking. And I don't think it's because Georgia's dominated the series the last 8 years. I think it's because they have the same questions that we do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it'd be 9 if not for a Hail Mary. I mean, think about that.
Yeah, Man, listen, man, you're not going to steal my joy. Hey, that counts, okay? That counts. No, I don't care if it's Hail Mary, Sail Mary, or Fail Mary. Vols by 50.
Hey, you better believe it. Just bring Mary, not Jane. So, Savage, when you look at it coming through with this opportunity, man, I think one thing that kind of gets looked over just a little bit by the outsiders that haven't been there, the first time setting foot in kneeling to where it is now, I believe, to me, the elements, and when I'm talking about the noise being the elements, you can kind of relate that to the way we were speaking about when the Titans were getting ready to go play Denver and talking about the altitude and things of that nature. Like, if you've been there, you know. You know what I mean? If you haven't been there, you don't know. And their starting quarterback hasn't been there on that field and playing and trying to settle guys in when that noise is there. You've been there the last couple of years as a fan, now doing the Vol Network. You're there still as a fan, but calling the game. Savage, what is your take from it, and what is your feels from what the kneeling element brings to the game?
Man, it's a smart crowd, Savage. I'll put it this way. In situations where we feel like as a fan base we got to have it, Ole Miss, Florida, Alabama. I think the first time the Georgia came before it all fell apart and Georgia was just that good, right? Yep. When you have that crowd inside of Neyland, they pack it out, they get there early before we run through the tee. And they understand the advantage of what 102,000+ means to it, man. And whenever the team make plays, they understand how loud they got to be. They can see the guys putting their hands over their helmets to hear the coaches and stuff like that. That's one thing I'll say I've admired as of late, is the understanding from the fan base on making it brutal for them. Like, I want their ears to bleed this weekend. You know, like, that's what you're looking for. And, Savage, you mentioned, like, this, how good this team is. But, like, to your point, like, they got numerous offensive linemen that hadn't played in that element. Yeah. They got a young enough defensive line that hadn't played in it also. The quarterback hasn't. They got wide receivers who are transfers and Zachariah Branch that haven't played in this. He comes from USC. Like, and I know he's a ball player. I know they got guys that, look, the competitive edge is there. Yeah. But there's also a group of dudes that have not experienced this for themselves. And that's why, like, in these moments whenever it was Bryce Young coming back to Neyland, like, and Henry To'oTo'o was coming back, like, the assignment was understood. I feel like our fan base is looking for extra credit. I'm not trying to talk up or win because, doggone it, ain't nothing I can do, okay? But what I'm telling you is this. When Rocky Top is actually rocking and Neyland got that vibration at the bottom of your soles of your feet, oh, my gosh. It's different. Like, like, them tickets ain't $300+ just for the hell of it. At the nosebleed. This is reminiscent, I feel like, of what it felt like going into the Bama game where it's like, they wouldn't say much as a fan base. You get the you know what I'm saying, the aggressive fans like, oh, we're going to kick y'all, you know what. But this feels like that, and that's why I'm saying, like, from Coach Heupel and his staff, who Mike Keith told us this morning, the Vols hadn't scored a passing touchdown in 3 years. Why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Wow,
like,
that's a stat.
Or add this, or having registered a sack against them in that same time frame.
Yeah, that's nuts.
James Pierce Jr. went as a first-round pick last year and didn't get one. Why? Man, you gotta set your marbles on the table and say, man, we gotta go. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more than just the players to me. It's more than the idea that, look, oh, we got to go execute and hit the plays down the field. No. You got to go and whoop somebody's behind, and that's the steelo for this game this upcoming weekend, man. Listen, I was afraid of the boogeyman until I realized I just had to stand up.
That's it.
Like, I get it as kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this situation is. Like, Kirby's been beat before. Georgia hadn't always been in this position. Yeah. So you mean to tell me if I can outcoach their coach, then their head will fall? Like, that's the same thing that was happening with Nick Saban in Alabama, right? Yeah. If they are a reflection of the head coach and Kirby's this big badass coach, well, damn it, go back at him.
Right.
Put him on his heels. And then watch what happens to the rest of the squad. But you also have to approach it like that as a coach, man. Your demeanor and your style as a team starts with the coach. Savage, why was I like this in Pittsburgh? Because you knew Mike Thomas.
You better believe it.
You've been around him. You've heard how you poured that into that culture. Again, this is me talking.
Yeah.
My name put on 78, dog, and I'm 5 years retired from the league in about 17 years. It's been that long.
Yeah.
I can't do this for them, but what I'm telling you is the teams that believe that are talented enough, and I do think the Vols are, minus, execution of plays, this is it.
By the way, the lowest ticket price in the lower level, like on the sideline, $519 on Vivid Seats.
I mean, it's a party on Rocky Top, Savage. And you know when Firebomb come up there, they bring that big stage. They like to call college game day, man. It does hit a little different. It does hit a little different. I can admit that. That's a special place. I'm going to be real with y'all.
Big Savager, Ramon Foster with us. You can get in the end zone lower level for $407.
Oh, that's what I'll be. But not for that.
Man, let my dog play.
Not for that.
He know people.
Yeah, that's all. People. That's all. Pay my dues. Savage. Now, looking ahead, man, to what you saw in the Titans versus Broncos game, shifting gears real quick, man. What were your thoughts? And I want to know maybe more so about the offensive line. And outside of that, the penalties, like the players need to be held accountable for going into this matchup versus the Rams.
Man, starting with the penalties is the same thing we're talking about in college football, man. Legitimate. That crowd understood how to get loud, why to get loud, and when. It was a whole lot of that, and I feel like this new offensive line that they have that has this question mark, they didn't step up to the plate on that one. That's what that was, man. We have that many penalties offensively and defensively, man, is understanding the situation and being a smarter team. It's not getting too carried away with how you're going to compete. And to say all that to get to this point, too, they still were in that game. Yeah. I do look at, somewhat Coach Callahan and say, Coach, you got to be better right there, too. We're talking about 4 turnovers and no points from it. No touchdown in the entire game. Yeah. I don't want to call it unacceptable, but, there's a lot of people side-eyeing that situation.
Yeah.
And that can't happen, man, whenever your defense is selling out for you the way it did. It's correctable. It's something that you want to see an adjustment to going into week 2. But then you look on the other side of it, the way the offensive line played, it was that defense, and a lot of people said we were stake riding because we talked about how good they were.
Yeah.
Our job as people who are analysts and speak on this game for the Titans is to give you information so that you as a fan can be prepared for what can happen too. This is exactly as we said. That defense was attacking. They can rush 4, drop 7. They can blitz you. They can get pressure on it. And then, of course, it was blood in the water, shot of the moonshine when Cam Ward was out there. If they knew it was a have-to-get-it situation, 2nd and long, 3rd and long, they put dudes in his face. He hit a couple of them, but again, with a rookie, he ain't seen this type of speed in real time like that. Yeah. And it's going to be the exact same thing this week, too, especially with J.C. Latham being out. Jeff told me in our pre-call conversation, he told them they were out. I'm not sure if he got the green light for that, but it's out now.
Right.
Big Savager, Ramon Foster. So, offensive lineman, J.C. Latham, dealing with a hip. He said that it first happened on the first day in Atlanta. Went out there against Denver, obviously flared up, and Udo came in for 12 snaps. A to Z Sports has the audio. This is J.C. Latham, Savage, talking about the hip injury, and I want to get your take.
Frustrating is it? How long has it been lingering, I guess?
Yeah, it happened that first week of Atlanta, or the first day, Atlanta joint practice. Didn't really know about it. You try to kind of power through everything. So, yeah, it just made it worse. Thought I was good to go by the game. I felt amazing when the game came. And then a couple plays in, things just started to happen. So it's pretty frustrating to do.
Is it a pain tolerance injury, or is there something you can do?
No, it's just, it's a strain. So you really can't really do anything. You take all the treatment and all the medication that you're allowed to take to make it get better and reduce inflammation, but that's pretty much it, though.
Is it one of those things where if you were an interior player, like a center or a guard, so it's not just a lateral movement issue? It's
like extending and contracting, backing. So whenever you do anything of that nature, it's one of those type of.
What's a week like, JC, when you're not able to practice, trying to stay up to speed?
I'm still taking the approach mentally that I'm, a starter. So I try to get as much film this week as I was last week. Taking the same approach. Our coach has us do an intricate film, book, study guide that we try to do all the time, and so I still try to get as much of that built in as I can, as if I'm actually playing. Eat right, make sure my weight's where it's supposed to be at, lifting, everything like that. The only thing that I'm not doing is just playing, so everything else stays the same.
Yeah, so you're out this Sunday.
Yeah.
So when you hear him talking about the hip like that, a strain like that, there's really not a lot you can do. It's just time from an offensive lineman standpoint. The way that you guys have to move. How did you take those comments?
It might be a little while. Yeah. It seems to me like it's the equivalent to him having a hamstring strain. Like that's what it sounds like to me. Y'all know how finicky those can be too. Like I don't think people understand like. Just moving guys around ain't just being big and pushing them with your legs. Like, you got to roll your hips so that you're balanced and stuff like that. So if he's having any kind of issue going laterally, going forward, rolling his hips, man, the best thing for him is rest. And then making sure he doesn't re-aggravate it, too.
Right.
That sounds to me like the equivalent of a pulled hamstring.
For a wide receiver or corner or something like that.
Yeah, for a wide receiver or corner. Y'all know how finicky those can get right there. So, I ain't saying it might be a while, but him automatically saying, yeah, I can't move, or I made it worse by thinking that I was okay. Sounds to me he probably took a Toradol or some Advil and that thing wore off eventually. And when it hurts like that, you just got to take your time, red laser, ice tub, heat, contrast, and that's it. That's it.
I'm with you. I think it sounds like time. I mean,
sit down, relax.
Especially, he's already saying that he's out this week. Like, you never hear guys say that.
Yeah, so the question goes then, like, it's like a snowball effect to this one particular situation. Because that means Oli Udo's probably going to start, and we saw what that looked like. And hopefully he's better from last week to this week. But the opponent isn't any easier with Jared Verse over there. Yeah. And I will be chomping at the bit to get him. If the results of him not being in means this team loses, that's another loss under Callahan. Is this for Callahan to lose, or is this just bad luck? Like, there's so many different consequences. And I don't want to just be that type of guy, but I got a feeling I'm going to bring this up tomorrow on our show. Like, injuries play a part in some bad seasons, too. You didn't plan on J.C. Latham being out, and that's where it can suck for Coach Callahan and his staff.
So can, boy.
Do you think psychologically Udo knowing that he is starting on Sunday could actually help him be better prepared?
It is, but Mayor, there are starters and then there are backups. There's a different level. He can be prepared for it, but you got to run into the situation of how much do you help him? Can he help himself? And all those things as a Tennessee Titan, we don't know. I love to give you an answer on that. I will tell you this. He should be more prepared. There should be more of an expectation. The coaching staff should have a plan to try to help him in those third down, gotta have it moments. That's what should happen. Whether it does or not is dependent upon the man in the arena.
Yeah, Coach Mack told us yesterday, if you get hurt at tackle, you've got a problem. So that goes to your point about backups.
Yeah, that's an elite position right there. The guys that play that, man, they don't just walk around on the street like that, especially the starters.
Big shout to Ramon Foster. Catch him weekday morning, 6 to 10. He'll be at it again tomorrow morning with Will right here on 104.5 The Zone. Love you, Savage. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Love y'all, too. Savage, y'all in the studio tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
I got to remember to bring that Thunder Road sauce in the morning.
Man, come on with it, Savage. Come on with it.
I got you.
My dog.
I got you.
Yeah.
Thunder Road sauce.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about this, y'all.
No, I've heard you talk about Thunder
Road
sauce before,
it's a bad
but it's been a while.
It's a bad boy because we had it and I picked up the wrong one.
Oh.
So he had to go out and make some amends. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
3HL live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports Studio. Kentucky's largest sports book can now be found at Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs, just across the border. Slay Dog, you want to give away some...
I'll give it away now.
Some Titans tickets. It is Titans Ticket Thursday.
Ticket.
Good start, Slay. Send that to Marconi.
It's Titan Ticket Thursday, y'all. So where Each week before home games, we'll be giving you a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Tennessee Titans game. Be caller number 5 now to win 2 tickets to see the Titans host the Rams this Sunday at Nissan Stadium, 615-737-1045. First home game of the season. Get in there.
United Structural Systems is a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has served the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. Waterproofing issues, foundation repair issues, they can help you out. Some foundation repair symptoms that you may be experiencing. When it's hot and dry weather, do you notice soil cracking and pulling away from your home, leaving holes or gaps next to the foundation? Maybe your bricks are cracking, walls bowing, doors, windows sticking, drywall separating, chimneys tilting or leaning. These are all signs of a possible foundation issue. Your house may be trying to tell you something. The experts at United Structural Systems can help you out. USSTN.com is the website. And when USS comes out to your house, you're getting problem solvers who provide peace of mind to their customers, the homeowner. You're not getting someone who's worried about meeting a sales quota or upselling the next big thing, but someone there to educate you and help you understand what's happening with your home. Over 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers. Homeowners trust USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS 615-488-7855, USSTN.com.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Bo Nix was. I don't hear me.
Oh.
All right, Jeff.
That's on me. Producer error.
3HL 1045 The Zone. I can listen to Led Zeppelin all day long. In fact, there are days when I do.
I was very confused. I was like, man, this is a good song, but like, where's the show? And then I looked down. I'm like, come on, Joseph. You got to do better than that.
Because I cut a commercial
Did you
during
cut
the break.
you cut the spot during the break, yeah.
MTSU commercial. They've got homecoming coming up. They're in Reno, Nevada Saturday. Nevada. Sorry, Babs.
You're going, right?
Babs is sick about that.
I'm flying out there in the morning, going to the game, then getting on another I'm taking no luggage. I'm just going like I'm going to the mall.
That's a good way to go.
And then I fly back that Saturday night. And I get in at 5 in the morning. And then I've got Titans pregame show at 9.
How will...
it's like one of your little days sometimes.
Yeah, I did that to Vegas. I took a backpack to Vegas for 2 days.
I'm not even taking a backpack.
That was it.
Yeah.
How will you consume Tennessee, Georgia?
On my handy little phone.
Think
little ESPN app.
You think
thankfully it's on ABC, which will be on there.
You think that Nevada Stadium's got good Wi-Fi?
It's Nevada. Don
Nevada?
will tell you that.
Sorry, Don.
I would assume that, when you're around casinos and stuff, the Wi-Fi should be pretty good, but maybe not. I might need little updates. I'll be able to hear Slay from there, so.
Yes, you will.
I don't know. You might be able to hear all of Neyland Stadium from there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a time.
Yeah. I went to Wisconsin. I'll tell you this, man. MTSU fought. They were up 3-0. It was 14-10 midway through the third quarter at Wisconsin. The jump around thing was cool.
Was it?
That Wisconsin fans do. That was cool. Outside of that,
just all right.
I kept hearing like that's the closest thing to an SEC environment that's not in the SEC.
Right.
That in Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel that.
Yeah, see. It's nothing like the SEC. I'm going to be honest.
That's fair.
I wonder what
they think it is, I think.
Yeah.
But that's because maybe they haven't been to a game down here.
Maybe Michigan or the Big House?
Yeah, Ohio State maybe.
Ohio State get Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
But they wasn't that they wasn't that loud, man. I'm telling you.
There were a lot of Tennessee fans there.
Whole lot.
And they weren't loud.
Shoot.
I mean, once the game got going.
Yeah. Before, though.
To be fair.
It was rocking before.
It was rocking before.
Yeah, they made us be quiet. That's why. Wasn't nothing to cheer for. Except each other.
Scoop says Mayor's going to be screaming while MTSU has a dead ball and this whole section's looking at him.
That's what I'm talking about. They know who he repping. They ain't no fools.
I mean, I actually wore a Tennessee shirt underneath my MTSU quarter zip.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
You wore the checkerboard one, right?
Yeah.
Good job, you.
Well, I've got this thing. Volunteer Traditions gave us these shirts, and that has become the 2025 game day shirt for me. I wear the same shirt every Saturday.
I like it.
So I will probably do that again.
I like it a lot.
3HL bingo card. Bo Nix was more chaotic than Cam Ward. That was Greg Cosell.
Did not look great.
They got them little English accent bulldogs.
Yeah. Them ain't nothing. No.
Let me correct it. They
You're
got
right.
them little English accent barks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't scared nobody.
If you haven't heard the English accent barks from the Bulldogs, then you're just not living.
Yeah, you probably won't.
L-I-V-I-N.
You ain't going to hear it this weekend.
That sounds like a little baby dog.
That's what, you know what? That's exactly what they're going to get this weekend. Little baby dog.
Man, Babs would be losing her ever-loving mind right now.
That's why she's not here.
I don't care if it's a Hail Mary, Sail Mary, or a Fail Mary. It counts. Falls by 50.
Big savage.
Big savagery.
He made it.
Who is the guest picker on game day in Knoxville Saturday?
The legendary, the great
Candace Parker. She had this to say on social media.
What's up? It's your girl, Candace Parker, proud alum of the University of Tennessee. If you cut me, I bleed orange. And that's why I'm so excited that College Game Day is coming to Knoxville as the University of Tennessee Volunteers take on the Georgia Dogs. And guess what? You're looking at your College Game Day celebrity guest picker. I'm so excited to let the world in on a little secret that 100,000 screaming fans in Neyland will know on Saturday that the Tennessee Volunteers are going to shock the world and end the 10-year drought. Joshua Dobbs, 2016, threw that Hail Mary, and there's a new Josh that's going to take down the Dogs, and that's Coach Heupel. High-octane offense, solid defense. We're ready, and I'm calling it right now. So I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday. What's up?
Oh, she run it back. That's how you know she ready. You know what else, too, though?
You just put that on a loop.
Hey, man, it's interesting that they bring her in for game day. She being affiliated with Adidas. They about to switch back. It's a big time recruit that's going to be on campus. Big Olivia, they call her Big O. About 6'4", 6'5". Do it all. 5-star, it's tough.
Smart to bring her in this
Tough. I think it's her and about 2 more. The other one's coming, but she's the catch out of this group, boy. They get her coming in next year, Lord.
I mean, this class is incredible.
This class cold. Wait till they get a
transfer
real
class and recruiting class.
They can do everything.
Coach Kim ain't messing around, man.
At all. Now they finna be with
Have you had a chance to be around her outside of like what we've done with her?
A tad bit, but not enough. Not enough to get a grasp on.
I still think you should have been the celebrity picker. You and Pat McAfee together.
They could have brought me up at with Candace.
Maybe they will.
Maybe
Clay might find his way up on the stage. Who knows?
Maybe so.
Who knows how the tailgate goes?
They'll come get you, and they'll come down there to get you to go up there, and you'll be doing a cake stand. You'll be like, "Hang on a second."
Yeah, I'll be right with you. Go ahead.
I mean, McAfee would appreciate that. McAfee needs to be at your tailgate.
He'll be over there. That's the Board of Education. What do Babs do?
Board of Education's reaching out to you.
What are they calling me for?
What's coming up next, Zeph?
We are, and then Thursday night football will start at 7, kickoff at 7:15. Commanders, Packers, Westwood One call the game right here on 104.5 The Zone.
There you go, Zeph. We appreciate you guys.
All day, baby.
More than you know. We are so thankful that you include us in your days and in your lives. Hopefully we were able to put a smile on your face today.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya unless you were getting a shout out. Shout out to the rain that's going away. Get out of here, you little dusty rain and them little bulldogs. All of them.